vehicle sales. And
Yes.
these sales were conducted from the 14th of January onwards for about 10 days. Yes?
Yes.
What was your role on the vehicle sales from the 14th of January?
I had the same role with the first one, which was to be in charge of the release of sales documents and be the eyes and ears of the commission and see that the needs of the staff members are provided if can.
So in the first exercise, that's the second phase of tractor sales, you were a team leader.
Yes.
Were you still a team leader
Yes.
for the vehicle sales?
Yes, I was.
And what would be Mr. Bojang's designation then?
Our team leader too. We're still both team leaders.
Okay. Was it is there who's more superior than the other?
We are all at par.
You are at the back. So you are joint team leaders.
Yeah, but I think we were still operating like two teams. Unless if I'm forgetting this part.
You were operating two teams from separate locations or
Yeah, that's
one
my
location?
belief. Because I don't recall me working with Job, the other auctioneer, unless if we ended with one auctioneer, then we joined. Yeah, that might be the team. I'm sorry, but yeah, we were together. We were like at par
Was there anyone on ground that was superior to you?
on the ground there.
Yes, or were you the most superior
Commission
officers from the commissions?
from the commissions. Well, PIU they are ranked just separate, different.
Yes, I mean from the commission.
Yeah. So from the commission, like the secretariat, no.
So what's your answer? You were the most superior, yourself and Mr. Bojan were the most superior officers from the commission.
Yes. Excluding, I don't want to say that because the PIU officers that are being assigned to us, they station at the commission. So I don't know their ranks. So I don't want to say I am their superior. You understand? But yeah. So I don't
That's
mean
fine. That's
it.
fine. My question was focused on the commission, but it's fine. I've gotten my answer.
Okay.
And on the ground, whose responsibility was it to, since you were joint lead, whose responsibility was it to look at the reserve price against the sale price and verify that everything is in order, that the bid began from the reserve price and it's going on? Of course, the auctioneer would be in the thick of things, but there should have been somebody supervising, correct?
Yeah. Well, no, yeah, you say supervising, but I was also checking the reserve prices that I have on my list and how the auctioneer is going, where it's starting. And Cable too is doing the same. So we are cross checking.
And you did this consistently because you have mentioned to the committee
Yeah.
that you did it for the tractor sales as well.
Yes.
Do you have those records
Of what?
of your daily sales transactions, your
You
daily
mean
input?
different from the one you sent?
Yes.
No, that's the final one. This is the one that we have.
Okay. So everything that you were capturing on a daily basis is was consolidated in that report
Yes.
that was sent to you by the investigators.
Yes.
Were there any discrepancies between the valuation figures and the auction figures, auction sales?
So the valuation figures that we have, that's what we were using and observing during the auction. I did not see any discrepancy on the ones that we have on the list that I have. Um,
Do you still have that list?
that is, I mean, I'm talking about the same list, this one.
So it's the same list that the investigators sent. We're speaking
Yeah.
of the same list, right?
Yeah. So this is the one that I'm having here. I believe if you obtain this list from the from MOJ or Ministry or government, because that's where we submitted. So just to make sure it's the same list that we are all talking about. If it's the one that you obtained from the report that was submitted, yes.
So, Honorable Chair, we're making reference to MOJ 8B. All right. The list that is before you, or that report, is a report obtained on the submissions of the Ministry of Justice. But it is for you to look at the list to see whether you recall those transactions. And perhaps we will turn our focus to the list shortly. But before I do that, I'll give you the opportunity of looking at it. Maybe you can identify one or two transactions just to refresh your mind and to clear the record as to whether that's the list or not that you are referring to.
Yeah, I'm seeing names that
You can do that as we proceed. You can answer the questions as we proceed as well.
sure.
Ever receive or hear allegations of money being received, but different figures being recorded? Was
Yeah,
that something that you heard?
I had your um yesterday when you had when
Yesterday,
yeah
the testimony of Mr. Bojan, right? Okay. Before that, did you hear it?
no.
Were you the one speaking to Mr. Bojan whilst we were questioning him?
No, I was walking. I listened to it. But
So you're not the one giving him hints.
hints.
Yes.
How is that possible?
Through the phone,
Oh
text
really?
message,
Oh no.
email.
Mr. Boja was focused.
Possible in many ways. Sorry?
No, I was saying Mr. Boja was focused answering the questions.
Okay.
Not really, but I did
So you have not had any such allegations?
before.
Yes, before our session, before this committee was established, in fact.
That payment were done.
Payments were made
Uh-huh.
and figures were inputted on receipts that were not the actual transaction figures.
No, I've
So,
not.
for example, someone could buy a van
Mhm,
for 100,000,
mhm.
and instead of 100,000, the report would reflect 30,000. Was there ever such a case?
No,
You did not hear.
not no.
During the sales as well, you did not see anything abnormal.
I did not see.
Okay. And you had mentioned that there was no register of the buyers taken, but do you know if any of the buyers were connected to the commission staff or the commission or the government officials?
Yeah,
Can you expound on that a bit more?
yeah. I've seen some. I know some buyers that were government staff, of course, and also that were, let's say, part of the team.
So there were buyers that were part of the team.
Yeah, that are government staff.
Okay. And can you list some of those people that were part of the team, but were also buyers?
Yeah, just a minute. I so Ansumana Kebe. And then I'm going through some of the highlights, the ones that you've highlighted.
So highlighted my highlights. Those are my answers. Want your answers?
But it helped me like because it's a long list, so it helped.
So now let me answer this question.
Okay.
At the time of the sale,
Mhm.
did you know that certain people that were part of the team were buying?
Not before not before buying, but as the auction was going and then they're bidding, because I definitely will write the release of sale for them, and then
Yes.
they will have to get to me. So
Yes.
yes, they bought as other buyers, and then they get to me, and then I write the release of sales to them. So not all of them. That's why I'm like, I don't, at the beginning, maybe the teams were doing different, it might be one team, but like different aspect. Because I for the Musa job one, I I can't say much. That's why I couldn't reconcile that to whether we were together at that time. But yes, for some of them, I was in the picture after when they got to me, like when the whole process was going on, where they kind of bid because they wanted it. So they got to me, and I read, read, well, process the release of this document.
Take your time.
Mhm.
Take your time on some questions. Um, was there a policy or some sort of practice, or were you informed of any mechanism that would be put in place to filter through such? Well, you do understand that members of the team who are supposed to sell end up being buyers in themselves. It would raise some sort of flag. But was there anything that you are briefed to do when that arises? Any measures to be taken?
No, there was no measures regarding that. There were no policy, no procedure, like anything stipulating that um like teams or this particular group of people should not or cannot buy. There were no such guidelines in place regarding who can buy and who cannot buy.
So staff were not asked to declare
Mhm.
their interest beforehand. You would just go and pose as a buyer. I mean, from what you explained, every single member of the team had their role and they were supposed to play their role.
Mhm.
Now, I'm wondering how their role will be played if they are taking on a different hat as a buyer, and whether that was communicated to the commission that they would be interested in buying such and such an item for
Okay.
anybody involved in your secretariat process.
Okay, so these particular members that we are talking about are not members of the secretariat or the commission. That being said, I went by the
Let me just clarify something. My apologies for cutting in. But when I say secretariat here, I don't mean the commission strictly speaking, but the team. Perhaps let me use the word team.
Okay.
Possible.
Okay. Regarding the intention, um, even though I wasn't put in the picture prior, but then I was told that the auctioneer was that this was kind of communicated. Their interest was expressed, not to me directly. When What was your question again before I answer the wrong question?
So I wanted to know whether conflicts of interests were raised by any of the
Okay.
team members who were interested.
No, so I remember you saying everyone has a role to play as the team, the sellers. Like that will bring the question of the conflict. To my knowledge, I don't see any conflict that occurred from these particular people because it's not they were not the one determining the prices. Two, to my knowledge, what I can recall, they followed the due process as other buyers. Three, they the ones that they won, they also followed the same process, going to the accountant to pay as others were paying. So if I should look at it in a sense like a team is selling and it's buying, yeah, logically, of course, that would make sense. But like as to the fact, if they really had a conflict or if that had affected the process, I would say no, because I was watching, and then I knew that they went through the same process as the other buyers went through. So I didn't recall any conflict in there.
You see, Ms. Drama, just before, during lunch, I was having a conversation about perception, and I want to bring that conversation here. See, perception is everything sometimes, and you see, when it comes to conflict of interest, it is not for you to determine. I mean, your team members, I'm sure are professionals, and within themselves, they would know that no lines were crossed. But that's not for you to read. It is for the onlooker, the third party. Now, what the third party sees is that Ansuma Nakere has bought several vehicles, as we will see, and he has bought them at exactly the reserve price. Yet one Lamin Diba, who is not part of your team, goes and buys it for 10 times the price. You see, that in itself raises flags, and it warrants the need for a conflict of interest declaration because they are team members. So when you look at it from that perspective, conflicts could arise. Now, my question is whether you raised any such declarations. I believe your answer is no.
Can I come?
Yeah, you can. Well,
Yeah, just to also say something about my perception regarding what you just said. If you want to compare that Mr. Kebes and Lamin Dibas, one, you should also try to know certain information about the two. One, if this is the same Benz they're buying. Two, if they are in the same condition when they were buying it. Three, how was the bidding? Were there other members that were bidding more high? I can have this bottle here. One team will pay $1, say the other teams will go and take it $10. It depends. It's auction. It depends on at that particular point of time who was bidding and how much. So if I'm also a third party trying to do this comparison, I would also want to know the condition or more extra information to be able to make a better judgment. And
okay, I get that perspective. You were in the Ministry of Justice for a while. I'm sure you know what mutatis mutandis means. And if you don't, I will explain to you that my example was bearing in mind that all things would be constant.
okay.
That of course the condition would be reckoned in the price. I understand that. But my point was Lamin Diba would buy it at above, let's say it's $1 above the reserve price. And Sumana Kebe has bought several, not just one, not two, several properties at the reserve price. And your testimony here this morning, as well as Mr. Bojan's testimony, is that the auctioneer begins above the reserve price. You see, that alone would scare me, because if the auctioneer begins above the reserve price, then how come there are team members who purchased at the reserve price? You see, that's what would warrant that declaration to come out. Sorry, you've been itching to say something. Go on.
Yeah. So if I said exactly above and I did not say at, because I could recall this me saying putting, because I was trying to be really strict, because at that point our mind was, oh, okay, we put into this tax, let's make sure we deliver successfully. So I recall not only these instances, other instances that you would see with other names where if the item wasn't attracting buyers, the auctioneer tries to make sure that he gets at least the reserve price, because I guess maybe that's what when they contracted him, that's what they told him. Only some instances that they were too spoiled, then it will go below that. But if I said that in my testimony, I would like to correct it to say he do start at or above, above the reserve price. So if my previous one said just above, then I would like to correct that, because you see instances where it will be at or below, depending on the condition.
All right, so I'll give you another opportunity to correct something else. You have mentioned that at every point where there is trouble, you will call the commission, whether it's Ms. Sar or Ms. Abiosi. Now you've just mentioned that it's the auctioneer who will try to get at least the reserve price. Can you reckon those two statements?
Yes, I can. What I'm trying to say regarding the auctioneer is that he was being contracted by the commissioners, and then he knew that he shouldn't go and auction anything below the reserve price. That was there, and then he made that clear to me. But where I talked about the report, like getting authorization, I did not say like all I'm saying, when I call that particular, I don't have to call all the time for that. When we were giving the go ahead, like in this 1 or 2 instances, that's how we proceed, because those, like, it's the same condition. It's the same thing that we were being faced with. So it's not like, just to clarify, that I called like several times, many times, I didn't get no. That wasn't done. And I didn't say that. If I said that mistake, then I'm correcting it. It wasn't all the time or several times, no.
Did you call once?
So I think I could recall twice. I did.
Twice. And those times that you called, you were with?
The one time together. The other one and team.
So, back to whether there were any conflicts of interest and whatnot. If the buyer was found to have links to a team member, what would be the procedure?
Like sorry.
A link, like for example, if Mr. Alhaji Mamadi Kurang had a brother, and his brother was called perhaps Lamin Kurang, would Lamin Kurang be allowed to buy? And how would that interest be declared? Would interest be declared at all, since team members were buying? And Was that a consideration?
I definitely cannot answer that. I can say something because I don't have any policy stipulating that. Or who can buy, who cannot buy, or can an auctioneer's brother buy, or things like that. There were no guidelines as to how to proceed. That being said, I was not responsible for auctioning. I don't even know the guidelines and like how it operates. I just know that everyone should go through the same process as the auctioneers declared that his declare his rules auction rules, so that everyone goes through that, everyone bid, everyone go pay and come get this. But no, there were no guidelines as to um such instances.
Okay, Ms. Jammeh. So you have, there are two documents that I wish for you to submit to this committee, two that I'm particular about. But I wish to reiterate that you should submit all documents in your possession, whether they're in your possession where you are abroad, or you have documents in your possession at your abode within the jurisdiction in Gambia. If you do have documents, please facilitate their getting to the National Assembly. I can confirm, Honorable Chair, that Ms. Jammeh has facilitated for the official receipt book to be submitted. It has a lot of receipt leaflets. We would mark it as a bundle, and the bundle will be FD5. Of course, each component of the bundle will have a different ID, but we'll have to do that later. It will be quite tedious to do it right now. And perhaps, okay, I'm getting advice that we can adopt the receipt numbers. But in any case, it will be FD5 and the receipt numbers, or we will adopt a different catalog. No, it's just been submitted to the team now. And Ms. Jammeh, the other thing I would need from you is the tabulated sales report. And you've noticed that we have not touched the tractor sales. All the questions I asked you regarding to the tractor sales are peripheral, and we would need that report before we can delve into the activity.
Yeah. I don't know really. I don't have that report with me, either here or home. All the it's like we wrote our part, our contribution. We added it to the main report, and it was submitted to Office of the President or Ministry of Justice. So, in my capacity right now, I'm no more civil servant. I don't know how I am going to get anything, any document other than the only thing I had in my possession was some of the copies that I kept for myself, and I gave those to you. I honestly don't know how I'm gonna get that.
We are faced with the same problem. Since
Really?
the committee has some small authority, I would like to make it your problem.
You have authority.
If you cannot get the documents, you can always write to the committee, address it to the chair and explain yourself.
Okay.
But from where the committee sits, it will be easier for you to get your hands on the document because you know the genesis of the document, it being your document, and also you know how the document looks like. So you will be able to identify it.
Why?
Aside from those two, one of which you have already submitted, I would urge you again to submit all documents within your possession. Now, I would like to hand you over to the committee, but before I do that, I would like us to take a sneak peek at the document that you were given by the investigators. And I'm pretty sure that the honorable members will take you up on that document. So I will not exhaust all the points on that document. I would just like us to look at a few of the scenarios on that document. Perhaps you can provide an explanation where your colleague not.
Okay.
Then peruse the document. I believe you have it.
Do you mean the MOJ 8B?
Yes, MOJ 8B.
Sure.
Now, the first point I want to speak on is a buyer, a very reoccurring buyer.
Mm-hmm.
This buyer seems to have followed the commission everywhere. And the buyer is called Jammeh Oil Company.
Okay.
And I want to know
whether
you recall this buyer.
Yes, I do.
Do you recall this buyer buying some Mercedes Benzes?
The oil company bought a lot. Sometimes it's not him, sometimes it's his staff coming, but
Who are we talking about? Because I believe I made reference to a company. Who is him?
Jammeh Oil Company, everyone knows who Jammeh Oil is. There is
I don't know.
You don't know?
Please state for the record who owns
Okay.
Jammeh Oil Company. I don't know.
Jammeh Oil Company that I know is Hamidu.
Yes. What is his name? Hamidu Jah. That's very nice to hear.
Yeah.
So it was this Mr. Hamidu Jah who came for some of the auctions, correct? Correct?
You said it's him who came for some of the auctions.
Yes.
Yeah. But mostly the company, the staff.
And this Mr. Hamidu Jah is staff of the company, right?
I believe so. Because they are all from Jammeh Oil.
Sorry?
I said because they are all from Jammeh Oil. They always identify themselves as Jammeh Oil.
Do you remember any of them buying Mercedes Benz?
If it's here, then I don't remember like who bought what, who bought this, but yes, Benz as in Benz small car.
Whether it's a Benz big car or small car, but yes, both.
Yeah, they bought stuff. Unless you refer me to the page.
I'll refer you to the 20th, the last few items on the 20th.
You said 20th?
If you could, when you flip through the papers, it disrupts the feed and it sends a very unpleasant noise this way. So just a bit more gentle with the papers. But it would be easier for you to go to the 21st of January and then just look up. Jammeh Oil would be right there.
Yes.
Have you found it?
Yes.
You can see Jammeh Oil in 3 times succession.
Yes.
Right after each other.
Yes.
The first one is the Benz MK14. Second one is the Benz MK57. And the third one is the Benz MK54.
Yes.
You observe that the company bought the first item for less than the reserve price. Okay, for the record, Ms. Jammeh, I would want you to highlight what product it is, who bought it, the reserve price, and how much they bought it for.
Okay. It's a Mercedes-Benz MK14. It was bought by Jammeh Company. The reserve price was 20,000, and then it was bought for 18.
It was bought for below the reserve price.
Yes.
Do you recall why?
I don't recall why, but I know that some, I don't know of this instance, but some of these ones that are being sold below was because by the time we got to the ground and to the items, it wasn't, the condition was very poor that it wasn't attracting buyers. So one thing I remember that auctioneer was doing, anything below, if he was to sell anything below the reserve price, it he would try not to go, not like half, like too low, and then because like I said, the commission was rounding up also. That is not like we did not want to leave anything behind, things behind like that would just be a loss because they were already scrapped. So I can't say for sure what's the reason, what was the reason this one was below, but those were some of the reason why some of the items were below the reserve prices.
All right. I would ask you to flip to, my apologies. I would ask you to actually just go down below. If you can see on the 21st of January 2019, the item that is highlighted, head of Bedford. Can you see it?
Yes.
When you read out the receipt number, read out the name of the car, who bought it, the reserve price, and how much they bought it for.
Yes. Receipt number is 3579678 and is head of a Bedford K2023. It was bought by Pamela Sediba. The reserve price is 5,000 and was sold at 3,000.
Did you ensure, did the auctioneer have a copy of the auction report? The valuation report?
Yes. The same as we did.
And was the auctioneer consistently checking this report?
Yes. He had the report, and when he called the name, like the item name or number when they are on it, he will be checking the reserve prices and while the auction is on.
And would you confirm this, since you were the two personnel, the eyes and the ears of the commission? Would you confirm that before the sale is concluded?
Would we confirm?
Would you confirm that he has applied the right reserve price before the sale is concluded?
Yeah, like I said, the list that he had, that's the list that we also had. Like, it's the same copy.
If I was to tell you that this head of Bedford was valued at 500,000, would it surprise you?
Very much.
Why would it?
Because if it's the same, I might not remember exactly the head, but the ones that we've auctioned and seen, there were no head of a Bedford that was in a condition to attract that much. I'm just speculating here again. Attract that amount, that amount, 500,000, half a million, and then we come to write 5,000 as the reserve price here, even if it's a typo, that's a huge difference.
It's a humongous difference, I agree. But the difference is apparent in both the records. You can see that it was sold for 3,000, yet it was valued for 500,000.
Well, on our list, and on the list that we have, it was valued for 5,000.
Okay. Several vehicles as well have been misdescribed, and several receipt numbers have been duplicated. How would you explain that?
Okay, so regarding items being, you said, misdescribed?
Yes, for example, the item we were looking at for Java, written is described by in your report as Mercedes-Benz. However, when in the valuation report, the Hyundai. Now, I'm not sure whether it seems
One.
like you know.
Which say that again? You said the one that I just read.
If you look at what you just read for Java,
Yeah, for Java.
it's MK14.
Okay.
If you observe that you've described it as a Mercedes-Benz, Java bought it, and it was sold for 18,000, yet it was reserved for 2,000 more. If you cross-reference that to the valuation report, you'll see that it is in fact a Hyundai vehicle.
Okay.
It's a Hyundai Terracan.
So it's the description that is wrong.
Yes, and that is for several of, I'm sure the members will. Like
so what I would say regarding that, to just check, as you have those receipts and you have the receipt, to make sure that what we have is what on the list, that's what we that's the receipt.
Be rest assured that that will be done.
Yeah, what I'm trying to get at,
only the opportunity to proceed.
what I'm trying to get at is that to make sure that the description is the same. Like if we put here M-Benz, Mercedes-Benz, to make sure that that's what they got. So that's what we know, that the mistake is just the way we typed it here. I'm just trying to construct a statement to kind of explain if the mistake.
I understand. So what you're saying is that since the buyers would begin with the accountants, they would write a receipt, and that receipt will be shown to you, and you would input it in your save form. Now, if the receipt has captured it erroneously, you would also duplicate that. That's what you're saying. Since it's from the accountants, the description is what you will take. The description that is on the receipt. Is that what you're saying?
No, well, no, that's not what I said exactly. What I want to understand here, I want to understand if the error that we made is just this, like the name of the vehicle itself, and not. I saw that it's a little bit below the reserve price. That one we established that, but then how the error came about, because I don't think we went one by one to type all these things, but I know, I agree, and I accept that too. We are human. We are not perfect. I'm not saying that we cannot. I don't, or we don't. We don't make the mistake or the error. I will definitely take responsibility if it's a typo, it's an error that we make. But I want to understand how this was, how the error came about, to cross-check with that particular receipt, the name and the price there. So to establish that it is the typo from our end. And another thing is, I don't know which valuation report. I'm not, denying it or excluding it, but I really want to make sure that the valuation report that you are using to cross-check this one is the final valuation that was submitted to the commission that guided us through these sales, to make sure that we're all on the same picture. I'm just trying to put that out there.
Okay, that's fine. The valuation report is the valuation report that you had highlighted as being from one Mr. Mambure. You remember his first name. I offered his first name as Momodu Kunta. But
Okay.
it should be the same valuation report, but it will be shown to you and you can confirm.
Okay.
Yesterday, Mr. Bojan laid his trust in me. I don't know whether you also lay your trust in me.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. Great. That's good to hear. Now, we can proceed. I wish to look at the last item from the 21st of January 2019. It's our good friend, Jammeh and Company.
Okay.
Now, can you read that out?
G Caterpillar K8, K32, K7, K29, K30, K32, K36, K38.
Do you know what the K stand for? The K30 is K8, K32. You know what it
No,
stands for?
but I saw that K32 has been repeated twice. No, I don't know what K stands for.
So the K, anytime you see any of the descriptions, you'll see a number or a serial attached to it. The first item on that page
M. K.
is M/L200 and it's MK29. That MK29 is a code. When you reference that code, when you counter reference it to the valuation report, it tells you the vehicle, the valuation, the condition, and whatnot. Right? So that's the code the valuer put in place. Do you understand?
Yes.
Now, you would notice that all other buyers, there is one code. For the Jar Oil Company, it seems like they had bought a lot and you were tired of them buying a lot. So you decided to catalog them in one row to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 vehicles. Those 8 vehicles, you have only given us a reserve price of $29,550. We are not sure whether that $29,050 is the reserve price for K8 or it's the reserve price for K32. Now, K8 is a Caterpillar front end loader. K32 is a Great Wall, brackets Chinese landmark. K37 is a Bedford head only, right? K39, 29 rather. K29 is a Mitsubishi double cabin. I can keep going, but you get the point.
Yeah, keep going. I would like to hear the rest of the case, what they are.
29 is,
Mm-hmm.
as I just mentioned, a Mitsubishi double cabin, L200. You see, in the olden days, they used to call pickups double cabin, if I'm not mistaken. So it's the old people's lingo. But K30 is a Mercedes-Benz G-Wagon, right? A Mercedes-Benz G-Wagon. That is K36. K36 is a Bedford. K38 is also a Bedford. Have you got it? And the
Yeah.
description here, we need to think that it's just a caterpillar and it is valued at $29,050.
Mhm.
Please explain.
And I would like to know, since you're reading the case in the valuation report, what are you seeing the prices or what the descriptions that they put attached to this case?
Yes, of course. I am seeing. What would you like before you my question?
Yeah, I want to know before I respond. Huh?
You have answered my question with another question. You
Oh,
want to
sorry
tell me
about that. I just wanted to get more information before I answer.
what information do you need?
Like just briefly, are you saying why we put them together, or are you saying that they are not the same marks, or is there any differences in the price, the description? What?
In fact, I'm asking all those questions. I'm asking why you put them together because they are all different vehicles. Each of these, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 vehicles have been lumped and described as a caterpillar, and they have been given one reserve price and one purchase price. So I'm asking all the 3 questions you've asked. I'm asking why you lumped them because they're different vehicles and why the price is also lumped.
Okay. Here 32 is being repeated twice, so I guess that's that's a repetition. I had 32 twice on this list. We can scratch one of it if it's a repetition. And what I can answer, since I don't know most of these car brands or whatever, what I can answer is I remember this Caterpillar. If it's the same thing we were talking about, I don't know if it was in Kanilai, I don't know. But then when these particular ones, I think I remember it was either a head only or something. It's like parts, and from the same company, and they were like, I think we were considering it being part of the same family, and then since they were the highest bidder for all of them, because people were bidding, but they were bidding higher, and then they bought all, just we put it together to have it as one receipt, and then put the price that they bought it for here. That's the only logic explanation I can give.
So you lumped them up because they were of the same family, basically.
Yeah.
But
Unless
I'm,
if I don't I don't understand what the different parts.
I am not a mechanic,
Mm-hmm.
but I can tell you for sure that I am a young man who has dreamed about certain cars. And I can tell you for sure that a Caterpillar and a Mitsubishi and a G-Wagon are from separate families. In fact, they are not made in the same part of the world. So I don't know how you would group these 3 vehicles together.
So you have privy to the report and knowing the detail, the name, and so I wasn't. So I'm sorry. I know I'm not dodging away my responsibility.
Okay, so let's look at that statement. You weren't. You weren't at that time or now? What are you talking about? You're not privy to the report right now in this session or at the time of the auction?
Even at like the ones that you're reading from and describing that, no, we
But
that
you mentioned, Ms. Drame, that you see, this was my last question, but you brought me back.
oh yeah, it's good.
This you were the one that mentioned that one
Mhm.
Mr. Mambure did the valuation. And
Yeah.
I'm reading from Mr. Mambure's valuation, which you had.
So is what you're reading, what you are reading, is it like in the table like this? Because I want to make sure that I
Of
don't.
course, it's tabulated. It is tabulated.
Well, I did not see the one that we have. I didn't see any of the descriptions in there like that. Unless
So
if
how
my
would you
name
know?
can
How
serve
would
me
you then
well.
describe it in your report as scrap? If
It's Yeah. So now that I'm thinking, is there an attachment to Mambure's this report? Is there anything additional to this report? I know that the one that I saw, the one that we're going by, is of course Mambure's own. But unless maybe I forget
Okay,
it.
let's do this. Honorable Chair, I would ask that we stand down 5 minutes for the investigation team to send her Mr. Mambure's report, also for the benefit of the members, since the questions are mostly from the two reports. If we can have a stand down of 5 minutes to furnish the witness with the report. So did you hear that?
Yeah, they are sending me.
Yes. No, they will send it to you. So we'll stand down for 5 minutes. I will spare you of seeing my very, very unpleasant face for now. So I will stand up for 5 minutes. I suggest that you also do the same. Although I'm not saying that your face is unpleasant.
I didn't say that to you too.
Thank you. All right.
Yes. So
you hear me? Can you hear me now?
No. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
But I cannot hear you.
The
Oh,
technical
wait
team-
a minute. Can you speak?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right. Have you received the document?
Yeah, I did. Just trying to print it out now.
Okay, so let me guide you on the document. So you would see that what the item we were looking at was on the initial document you received,
Mm-hmm.
and it was the last item of the 21st of January 2019.
Mm-hmm.
The description, the receipt number is 3579
Mm-hmm.
690.
Mm-hmm.
The description is Caterpillar,
Mm-hmm.
and 8 references have been mentioned here. Of course, you have highlighted that one of the references is duplicated,
Mm-hmm.
which is K32. It was bought by Jammeh Oil Company
Mm-hmm.
for $29,050,
Mm-hmm.
and the price was $278,000.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the references are 7 vehicles. They reference 7 other vehicles.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I want us to look at the 7 vehicles together.
Yes.
Can you open the first page of the report? What do you see on the first page
Of this list.
that you were just sent moments ago?
Okay, first page. Evaluation report of ex-president.
So turn on to where you see summary of vehicles.
Okay, I'm there.
Do you see it?
Yes.
All right, turn that page. What do you see? Summary. And you see on the far left, SH1, SH2, correct?
Summary. Yeah.
On the far left, what do you see? SH1.
Mm-hmm.
On the next page now, that's the page I want us to focus on. It says at the top, summary in very small words, and then it has a sequence of K1 to K40, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now let's look at the Ks. Let's start with K8. What is K8? According to that valuation. But before we go through this exercise, in fact, can you verify whether that's the report you were given? Was that the report that you were looking at on the ground?
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, Bambure's report.
The report. Okay. So let's go to K8. What is K8?
Caterpillar front end loader.
Correct. But, I'm not sure whether you know much about vehicles, but since you were in this exercise, you could remember some of the names. But a caterpillar, to my mind, a tractor comes to play, or some sort of construction machinery, right?
Yeah,
So
the front end
let's
loader.
sorry.
Yeah, I'm saying front end loader. Some are just head only, like some are just parts. So I'm just saying the description here says front end loader.
All right, this caterpillar part was valued at 20,000, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's get that. Caterpillar, 20,000. It is K8, right? What's the next one? K32. What is K32?
K32 is Great Wall Chinese landmark pickup.
It's a Great Wall Chinese landmark pickup.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a pickup, right?
Yeah, it's a scrap pickup. Yeah.
It's a scrap pickup
Mm-hmm.
valued at $1,000.
Mm-hmm.
The scrap pickup is not in the same family as the caterpillar. I think we can agree, even though both of us are not mechanics, we can agree that we know that these two are not in the same family, correct?
Mm-hmm.
All right. The next one is K37. Look at K37.
37 is Bedford head only.
Bedford head only.
Mm-hmm.
And how much?
1, 2, 3.
How much was that?
Is it not 350?
350. That's right. All right. Let's go to the next one. K29.
K29, 1, 2, 3, 4. 500, right?
Sorry?
500.
Yes, but what is it?
Oh, it's Mitsubishi double cabin L2.
L200. So it's a pickup. Another pickup that has no relation to the Caterpillar, no relation to the Great Wall of China, no relation to the Bedford Head. Different categories.
Sure.
This one was valued at $500, correct?
Yes.
Now to the Holy Grail. This one is the one that I like the most. It's
Which one?
K30. What is it?
K30.
Yes.
1, 2, 3. M Benz G-Wagon. Crap.
Mercedes-Benz G-Wagon, right?
Yeah, 1, 2, 3.
It says Mercedes-Benz G-Wagon, correct?
Scrapped. It's scrap.
Yes, but what does it say, the description is?
The name. The mark.
Yes, the name,
M Benz G-Wagon.
G-Wagon. So it's a Mercedes-Benz G-Wagon. That's been identified as a scrap,
Yeah.
which is not roadworthy. The damages, you see, consistently throughout this report, you would see that the valuer would value and explain his valuation. For example, if you look at the first item, the Caterpillar, the reason why it was valued down was because the windscreen is cracked and the tires are worn out. Right? It's valued at 100K. You can see that he explains at every step of the way. For this one, there was no explanation proffered. It is just identified as scrap, and the damage is still scrap. Now, this is what is baffling about this item, the valuation price. What is the valuation price that you see for the G-Wagon?
The G-Wagon. 1, 2, 3. 200.
200 what?
Dollars?
It's $200, yes? Not $200,000.
That's what I'm saying here.
Yes, not $200,000, but $200. Okay. All right. I wanted to. It's fine. What is the next item on the list? 36.
36.
It's a Bedford, right?
2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah.
And it's what price?
2000.
2,000. And what about the last one, 38?
38.
It's also a Bedford, right?
Yeah.
And what is the price?
1, 2, 3.
Also 2,000, right?
1,000. Yeah.
All right. Now, from your explanation, this was all described as Caterpillar, correct?
My description.
Yes. Let's go back to your report.
Okay, not the valuation report. Yeah, it was all said Caterpillar, and then their numbers KKK and the company name.
Right. Can you explain again why you grouped them?
Yeah, still that same explanation. We all agree now that it's not that they are the same family for sure, but they were all bought by the same person, the same company, and bought at that price, at that place, at the same place, and then put the amount together that was paid and paid to the cashier. The thing is that putting my rough estimate of this thing is below it's obvious that it's not below the reserve price here. So if you say the grouping of them didn't make sense, I agree, because they are not from the same family. But then other than the same person, the same company buying at the same time, because there are some are head, some are parts, and some are vehicles, we put it together for easy. That's the only explanation to make the process.
And who took this decision? Because you do understand that it defeats accountability if you're grouping such items together.
How?
Sorry?
What do you mean it defeats accountability?
So what if, you see, all of these were properties alleged to be properties of um, the former president or his close associates, right? And you're aware that after a commission of inquiry,
Mm-hmm.
the report is delayed.
Mm-hmm.
But you're also aware that a white paper will follow the report. Now, you're also aware that persons who are implicated can apply to the Court of Appeal to clear their name, right? What if the owner of the G-Wagon that you valued at $200,
I didn't correct, I didn't value.
when I say you, I mean the commission. So it's a collective thing. I
No,
don't mean Ms. Draga.
please, just for the sake of it, just say
Okay, that's
value.
fine. The commission, that's fine. If the owner of a G-Wagon decides that he is going to the Court of Appeal to, to ask the court to vary the decision of the government
Mm-hmm.
and to clear his name and to regain his assets,
Mm-hmm.
how is it to trace his assets when you've grouped it as Caterpillar? If we hadn't gone through the painstaking activity of having to identify each code
Mm-hmm.
on this, you would not know where the G-Wagon is buried.
Mm-hmm.
You would agree with me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's described as a caterpillar.
Mm-hmm.
And the explanation you gave was because they were of the same family. Now, if the owner took that explanation, he would never find his G-Wagon. You see the point?
Yeah.
Apart from the owner as well, the government of the Gambia, the president rather, who you were supposed to report to as a commission, needed to know what if the president was interested in the G-Wagon. He needed to know where the G-Wagon was. So it's about accountability and where to trace the items. Do you understand?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So that's the point.
I agree with your point that lumping them together wasn't a good idea. But then just also to put across to you that because we can also agree that they were all valued by an independent valuer and indicated that they were all scraps and we all saw it on the ground. That being said, the price here that they were all, even though they were grouped together, did not go below the valuer's price. In fact, this part, like you could see that we tripled the profit here. But to your point, to your question, I agree. If I were to do it again, I wouldn't categorize them under the same family because they are not the same family. And
Okay, so I also have my queries about the valuation price, but I do understand that you're perhaps not the right person to ask that question. But
no.
if I may just ask you out of curiosity,
Oh.
did anybody at the commission ever query any of these valuation reports or the amounts attached by the values?
Not to my knowledge.
That's fine. Honorable Chair, that's it for me. If we could have a 1 minute stand down for transition. Yeah, but I would advise that whoever is questioning would sit for visual.
Not very loud, but yeah. You're breaking in and out.
Chair, I believe if I could advise them to be
Andra, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Chair, Mr.
Thank you so very much for being with us. Quickly, I have a few questions for you. I'm sure my colleagues also will have questions for you if I am done. When I was looking at the report, of course, your statement as well, you've mentioned, in your statement, you've mentioned that some of the, let me not, I know we haven't dealt with the tractors most, but I'm sure the statement contains some of this information, the tractors and the vehicles together, because that was exactly what you put in on the statement. Now, if you say some of these things were categorized as scraps, what exactly do you mean? What is scrap?
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Honorable Chair. Scrap means, okay, it's a name from the valuation report, but then when I went on the ground, I also saw them. It means they are not roadworthy. Um, they they're from like accident vehicles who are not roadworthy. And as a result, but some of our buyers were even scrap sellers because they will buy, see at the point, some of them will even scatter just to take parts, different parts to go and sell. And aside from the value was description of scraps, when I went underground, my little knowledge on these items, I saw the condition that we met them in. That definitely tallies with how the valuer describes it as scrap.
So when you say
Mhm.
there is no policy for buyers, let's say how the auction will go, don't you think that's a convenient statement to justify the errors that you have done in the sales report? If you say there is no policy,
Mhm.
even if there is no policy, I think it was ought for you to do right, not so.
Yes.
Even on the sales report, perhaps to sell the cars a little bit above the valuation price. So if you say there was no policy for the buyers, what do you mean exactly? Don't you think that's a convenient statement?
I think that statement was responding to council's question regarding policy of who can buy and who cannot buy, right? But when it comes to prices, we if you go through the list, not even the few that the council picked to say it's reserved, there are many orders that were sold way above double, triple, fourfold the price that was stipulated by the valuer, the reserve price. So my response to the aspect was in regards to who to buy, because I was referring to some of those numbers who were part of the buy.
You are breaking a bit. I'm not sure I heard everything that you said.
Okay, I can repeat myself. Can you hear me now correctly?
Quickly, yes.
Yeah. So I was saying my response to the policy question was with regards to the buyers who can buy and who cannot buy, because council asked me about some of those officials that were a part of the buyers. But when it comes to the pricing, um, you will see from the list that many of them were sold double, triple the price. Like a huge profit was made if you compare the amount of the valuer and the amount that was earned at the end of the sales. So I cannot say that some of them were not sold at the reserved price, but majority of the items here, in regard, despite the fact that they are called scrap or described as scrap by the valuer, we were able to make huge profit from them.
So the evaluator did his work and then submit the valuation report to the commission, and that was given to you to do the sales. You trust the evaluation report. I mean, even though some of the prices you have seen the vehicles yourself, Don't you think the prices attached to those vehicles were very much low? I mean, what's your explanation as well? Because you've seen the vehicles yourself. What do you think at the time?
And that would be a personal opinion. I know I cannot go against the value.
No, it's not personal opinion. Wait, asking. You've seen the vehicles yourself, and you were the one who was supposed to do the sales. Not so. You were leading a team to do the sales. Am I correct?
No, well, I wasn't selling, but I was leading a team to represent the company.
Yes, that's what I said. I said you were leading a team.
Okay.
That's correct, huh?
Yeah.
You were the one leading the team that
Yeah.
was selling.
Yeah.
Now, the evaluation report was given to you, even though you trust the evaluation report, but you've seen prices attached to a particular vehicle. Before you sell, you did not even ask because you know those prices were what do you think about the prices that were attached to a particular vehicle? In your opinion, maybe that must have been sold with a lower price, kind of. What do you think? You have seen that, I know, and you did not even confront to say maybe the evaluation price that was given to you is way below the value of the vehicle. You did not advise as well.
Okay. In my own opinion, and what I saw on the ground, I sorry about the alarm. I cannot go against the valuer's report for sure. That's his profession. But what I saw on the ground, I agree with the valuation report because we were in a very, very, very bad condition. That being said, make us just go and sell them at a low price. I've seen the auctioneer try several times, like to make sure, he had several people bidding to take the price higher because that's the mandate. Like they wanted to recover as much as we wanted to recover as much as we can. That's what we were told. So it's not like if the valuer said 500, we just go and say, okay, let's go 500. No, based on the struggle, we did our best, our utmost best to get as much as we could on the ground, regardless of the conditions we found those things. You might see the name here, you can picture it, but when you are on the ground and see the conditions at which those items were, somewhere in the grass, it was rainy season. After rainy season, like it's hard to even access some of these. So in my personal opinion, I would say I would agree to the evaluation report, but I'm not a professional.
All right. One final question. I mean, during the sales as well, I know you must have interacted with a lot of people on the ground buying these items from you. At what point have you engaged in personal capacity with the likes of Amirija? Because I know Yahoo company used to appear in his own personal capacity coming there, and then you've been engaging with him. Has that happened?
No. We have I've seen the company, I've seen other buyers on the ground all the time. I've never even seen him until there. But on the ground, everything it was professional. I had not in any instances had any personal.
Are you confirming that you have never seen him? You've never have any interaction with him? Okay.
Before, no.
Is that what you're confirming? Before?
Yes.
You have never interacted with him. You have never seen him.
No, before, until at the underground. It was even someone who was like, oh, I can't even say that. Describe the person. Say, hey, this person is this. We've never met.
All right, that's fine. That's okay. That's okay. So I'll allow my colleagues to also ask perhaps specific questions on the vehicles. Maybe you'll be in position to respond to those things. Okay. All right.
Yes.
Thank you. Okay, bye.
Good afternoon, Ms. Jammeh.
Good afternoon.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
I think we'll make our departure from a very convenient point.
Okay.
The chairman was just asking you with regards to Joel. You said you didn't know him before, but I
Before
just
that-
want to ask. Yeah, I just want to ask. After receiving your summons from the committee, were you at any point in contact with him?
When I received the summons to someone to appear.
Yes.
No, I know that he contacted my sister who worked for him like last year or so, because he was looking for copies of receipts, and he remembered that I worked at the commission, and then remembered that I have my sister my sister is there that he worked with, to ask if she can help with some copies of the report, because he could not find his own. So my sister searched. I told him I will search. I have some documents from my sales documents home. So that's how my sister checked and found some of his copies, and then just gave him. So then my sister told me that, oh, I've given this one some copies of his receipts, because he said he couldn't find his own copy. But I told her that, oh, that was my copy. It was a government copy, but that shouldn't be an issue.
Your sister must have been very conversant with the way you file your documents, right? She didn't contact you. She just went straight into your documents and produced the receipt.
I have my documents at her house because
Yeah, what I'm trying to ask here is,
mhm.
was your sister working at the commission?
No.
She wasn't working at the commission.
Mm-mm.
Those documents are yours, not so.
Yeah.
And may I ask, are those original copies of
No.
the
They are
documents
just that I kept
they
for
are
my
photocopies you kept?
yeah.
Right.
For
So the point I'm trying to get at here is, did your sister at any point in time work at the Jammeh Commission?
no.
She never worked at the Jammeh Commission,
No.
right? So
Mhm.
Hamiduja needed some receipts, contacted your sister. Your sister looked through your records
Mhm.
and picked the exact receipt Hamiduja needs and give it to him without even contacting you. Is
I
that
mean,
what you want us to do?
yeah, but she informed me when she did that. I what I don't understand.
That's the question here. Did your sister inform you before doing it? Or were you contacted by Hamiduja directly and then you directed him to your sister? Or were you just informed after everything happened?
I was informed after everything happened, but she texted me that she gave this one a copy because he needed a copy.
Then in that case now, you will provide
Um,
the telephone number, the address, and the name of your sister to the investigators. We'll get to it.
yeah,
If at all you are the one, no wait, allow me to learn. If
Mhm.
at all you were the one who got in contact with Joel and directed your sister, that would have been good. But now it seems like your sister knows more about the Jammeh Commission and she can even provide answers in your absence. So she'll be a person of interest to this committee. No, we'll get this straight. Provide the name, not to me, don't do it on camera. Provide the name of your sister to the investigators and her contact details.
Yeah, if you would allow me,
Yeah,
my sister, in fact, submitted all the copies. That's what I kept at her place, and she submitted all those to the investigation team, and that's what was handed, what was named as FD5. And my sister did not know anything about the commission or whatsoever. See, before here, I put all my documents. I trusted her with my documents. I gave her, and these are not anything other than the copies of the receipt, because it's bulky, and that's
yes,
all.
Mr.
That's
Mr.
fine.
Raman, Mr. Raman, the point we are trying to get at here is,
Yeah.
you were the one working at the Jammeh Commission.
Yes.
And the committee understands perfectly well that you are not here, and it is only right of you to have someone who will be picking those documents and then delivering them to the committee or any other individual who might need them. That is okay. But with your narration of events,
Yeah.
what we are driving at here now is a different ballgame. Because when the committee needs the receipt from you, did they contact your sister directly or did they contact you?
They contacted me.
They contacted you and then you contacted your sister. And did the same sequence with Jawael? No, Jawael went to your sister directly. And your sister was able to trace the receipts and all other documents. So
No,
first we're interested.
that was just that is
Now tell us exactly how it happened. Tell us.
my Jawael reached out to my sister because she worked for him at some point to ask if she can reach out and help him with copies.
Reach out to who?
Me, because he knows that I am.
I will guide you now. Whether Jawael asks whether she can reach out to you. Did your sister reach out to you before giving Jawael the receipts? This is the only opportunity you have now to correct the records. Did she reach out to you before giving Jawael the receipts? Or did she reach out to you after giving Jawael the receipts?
She reached out to me after.
Okay, then I would think we've concluded on this point. You can provide the name of your sister and her contact number to the investigators. We'll pick it up from there. How many tractors did you sell?
Can I come in before you do that?
If that will only be if at all you have a different version, different from what you told me. But if at all is to if at all is to stick to the same story, we had that and we understand it fully well. But you can, Jammeh, please, you can say something.
Yeah, what I want to make clear is that Jawael reached out to my sister to establish contact with me. Right, my sister had the receipt, all the copies of the receipt, the ones that I have. I left it at her house because it's my sister, and those are receipts and they are copies that I kept for myself. So she provided copies of the ones Jawael needed and let me know, we are sisters. She let me know that, oh, okay, this one asked for this copy, and then I gave her, and that's fine. The investigators have my sister's contact. Now, if there is more information that they want to know about my sister, that's fine. I can give them.
Now let's break this down. The intent of Jawael reaching out to your sister was to establish contact with you, right? Not so. That's what you said. That Jawael reach out to your sister so that he can establish contact with you. Am I right?
I don't have contact with you.
No, was that what you said?
Yeah, for my sister to contact me.
Was it for your sister to contact you or for Jawael to contact you?
For my sister to contact me.
For your sister to contact you?
Yes.
Which means still you are sticking to the original version. That your sister only informed you after providing the receipts, right?
Yeah.
Yes, that's what I've said. If that is the case, then we can move on to the other one.
I wanted to just clarify it. That's fine.
Okay, that's understandable. The investigators will get to your sister, and then you will do the needful. How many tractors did you sell, Mr. Jammeh, as the leader of Team 2?
We sold 59 59 tractors.
59 tractors.
Yes.
How much was the total value of sales?
It was
for the exercise that was conducted between the 1st to the 5th. Or to make it simple, how much was your total sales value? Just your team.
For Team 2?
Yes, for Team 2.
It was 5,819,000.
5,819,000. 5,819,000. You said you are part of Mamadi Kurang's team during the initial sales.
Yes.
How many tractors did you sell on the first sales of the tractors? 43. How much was the total value of sales?
Give me a minute, let me check. Then, am I saying that right? Oh, I think this is correct. 10,527,000.
When you were part of Mamadi Kurang's team, you sold 53 tractors and you realized 10,500,000. 10,043,000.
No,
And then
I
when
mean,
you were,
sorry.
yes,
I
yes,
mean
yes,
43 tractors, not 53.
yes, you sold 43 tractors, right? And you
Yeah.
realized 10,500,000.
On
Is that
the
correct?
on the Quran. Yeah.
In the Quran. And then when you are the leader of team 2, you sold 59 tractors and realized 5,819 tractors. Which means when you are with Mamadi Quran, you sell lesser tractors and then almost doubled what you sold or what you realized after selling 16 tractors more. Can you tell us some of the underlying reasons?
Of course. During Quran's tenure, the tractors that were auctioned were in a very, very good condition. They are John Deere's, how they call them, the green ones. They were in a net.
Tell us, sorry. We'll take it step by step. Huh? Sorry if I cut through. I don't intend to distract you. You said they were in a very good state. Can you describe their condition for us? Their brand, their condition.
Some of them were new. Some of them.
What was the brand? What was the brand?
Yeah, if I can recall, I don't know if all of them, but most of them were John Deere's, like the green ones, the green color tractors. That's what I can say. Not much description, but I could tell that they were in a good condition. Some were new, some were next to new. Part of all those, but some of them in the rural areas were Mahindras. But most of the ones that were sold, I think, at Kotu workshop were like more of John Deere's. And those attracted a lot of money. And then the second phase, when we went through the second and after 3 months of post, and the rainy season and the valuation report even, I remember, indicated that type is of essence, and these people, they are going to lose their value, they'll depreciate. The time of our auction in October, when we were on the ground, majority of those tractors were not roadworthy. They were scraps, most of them.
If I may cut through here,
Can I?
when did Mamadou Pura conduct his own auction? Which month and year? Can you recall?
June.
June of 2018, right?
Yes.
And your own auction was conducted in which month?
October.
October of 2018. If we do the maths, we are talking about June, July, August, September, October. That's just after 4 months, right?
During the rainy season.
Okay. 4 months. You may proceed.
Yes. I was part of both teams, so I played both roles. And it was during the rainy season when that post happened. Between that period of time, so many parts, so many of them were cannibalized. Parts were stolen. They were in that open area that, in the rainy season, in the grass. So by the time we got to the auction site, those particular ones, removing the ones that were in better condition for the state, the ones that were left were not in good conditions. And that being said, does not mean that we saw it was sold below the reserve prices. No. All I'm trying to establish is that the first auction that I took part in with Mamadou Kurang was the beginning of it, and then entails the good, almost new tractors, good John Deere good ones that attracted, had like that we sold for a high price These ones that we went around to complete were more of scraps and struggled to even got some prices or bidders or for it to attract bidders to bid for them. So these were the two reasons. The post that rainy season, parts were stolen, most of them were cannibalized. That and then they were not in as good condition as the first ones that we auctioned.
Mamadou Kura conducted the first auction of the commission in June of 2018. And would it be fair to say that as at that time, all of these tractors were almost in fairly the same condition?
I can't say tomorrow because I didn't see them prior to going there.
The main reason I'm saying that in your own report, you indicated that that is on the last page, the third to last paragraph. If you look at the last sentence there, you said, it is important to note that many of the tractors have been complete. Are you there? The last page.
Okay.
Third to last paragraph. And the last sentence.
Which one? Is it the 11010? Oh, the comprehensive one. Hold on a minute. Sorry, I might have a wrong one.
It's your statement, the one you signed.
Oh, that statement.
Yes.
Okay.
Do you have it?
Yeah.
The last page of your statement. Yeah. Are you there? Third to last paragraph. Let me just say the third paragraph. And then the last sentence. Huh?
Yes.
Where it states, it is important to note that many of the tractors had been tampered with prior to the commencement of the sale. Several were missing parts or had been stripped. How did you know that?
Prior to
How did you know that the tractors were tampered? How did you know that there were several missing parts and some parts were stripped off?
Because not only did that we had rumors about people stealing or tampering with stuff, but my writing of this one is based on the fact that when we went on the ground, we found some of them not like how the valuer valued it or how it was supposed to be, and the ones in charge of those areas that we had this instances told us that some of those parts were stolen. And it's clear to see, even during auction, the bidders will be like, oh, no, this did not have this one, this is missing, and that is missing. So my statement is based on what we found on the ground. And we were told that happened during that time that we post the auction, because when they were packed there, they were intact. But when we got there to do the round up to the continuation of the auction, we found some of these the ones that I've mentioned here with missing parts.
Now let's break this down. How many of the tractors were tampered with? How many of the tractors were tampered with?
I can't quantify it here. I can't say, but I can say that it's a lot. And then just to define,
Mr. Jammeh, that one is important because I'm currently looking at your report. And if you look at the comprehensive report that you sent to the commission, if you turn to the second page, the first line reads, do you have the comprehensive report?
Yes.
The first line reads, also some tractors and other related farming materials were not recorded in the evaluation list of tractors were found by the auctioneers and then were sold. No, wait, go to team 2. That is team 1. Go to team 2. Are you on team 2? Look at the second paragraph, the first line. It says, however, most of the tractors were tampered with and some parts were missing.
Mhm.
And as a result, some of them could not attract the prices and remarks stated by the value.
Mhm.
Mr. Ahmed, you were the one responsible. You were the leader of the team. The valuation report that was given to you was to serve as the standard, the
Mhm.
guide.
Mhm.
Now, if you go to the field
Mhm.
and you are reporting back,
Mhm.
during the course of executing your duties, you realize that
Mhm.
the nature of the items have changed.
Mhm.
What is the first thing that you should do?
I call.
You call, and when you call, will you just say some or will you give them the quantity?
But it's hard to quantify because I didn't see it.
No, you were on the ground. You conducted the sales.
Yeah.
And you said you were there with the value.
Yeah.
In your report, no, wait. In your own report and in your own words,
Mhm.
that is in your statement and before this commission, you said that the condition of those tractors differ with the valuation report. Not so. Am I right? So now the question of verifying is no longer there. They are visual. They are before you. And these are tangibles. They are tractors.
Can I?
They are not minute items. So tell us, why didn't you quantify the tractors which were having missing parts in your report?
Can I? Can I? Can I?
Yes, please. You
Please
can.
let me
Yes.
provide context so you understand. I put here, however, most of the tractors were being tampered with and some parts were missing, and as a result, some of them could not attract the prices and remarks stated by the value. One. When we were on the ground, we are not with the value, we are with the auctioneer, right? Just to give you a reference to why this was important, when you have the order from the chairman, January 2019, it also indicated why the remaining of the stuff left to be auctioned, because they received information that they were being tampered with. Just to give you why, to let you know that I'm in line. It wasn't a decision from me, that it's from. But when to come to quantifying these things were missing. Some were farming stuff, some were tractor parts, but I didn't say that they were left, they were sold. And we called this, I remember this instance calling, this is where the other call was like, when it comes to the tractor sales, the call that I did until I spoke with the commission.
Miss Draman.
Let me finish. If I don't finish, I cannot complete my statement. Can you please allow me to conclude my
Yeah,
statement?
I would allow you to
Please,
finish,
my
but I
God.
just want to gently guide you.
No, let me finish this
You
statement.
can finish. Please do finish.
Yes. So those tractors were sold, but then we got the consent, and the authorization to go ahead with the auction of the ones that did not attract buyers, or that went a little bit below the valuation price. So we did not act alone in this. We got an authorization from up, and then we had the order was there that shows how the stuff that were left were being tampered with.
Yes. Thank you for that. That's why I wanted to cut through the chase, because I haven't reached at the level of the sales. For me, what I'm trying to do here is to establish the facts as you state them. These are your words, that
Yes.
some parts were missing from the tractors.
Mhm.
And then the description or the nature of the items on the ground differs from the valuer's report. Together. That should be based on your own observation, not what was reported by the commission. And in fact, you use that as a justification, okay, to say that that's why they could not attract the price. So, Ms. Jammeh, the question is not about whether you have authorization to sell below the reserve price. Okay. The question is not about what was in the grapevines or in this open source. The question is about your own observation. And what were the push factors for you to make this conclusion? That is what we want to know. And the last part of the question is, why did you fail in quantifying how many of those tractors had missing parts? So I think I will rephrase the question now so that we can forge ahead. Your narration here, both in the comprehensive report that was forwarded to the commission, together with the statement that you provided to the committee, where you said that some tractors and other related farming materials had missing parts. Was it based on your observation, or was it based on the general notion that parts were stolen?
Okay. All right. First of all, I want to bring to your attention that I did not say that the valuers, the things on the ground did not match the valuers report. I said.
Can I direct you there? Allow me.
Okay.
I would just want to direct you there. Go to the second paragraph.
That's where I am.
Comprehensive report. That's where you are. It says, however, most of the tractors were being tampered with and some parts were missing. And as a result, some of them could not attract the prices and remarks stated by the valuer.
Yeah.
Do you want to explain that so I can
Yeah,
ask?
prices.
Please,
the price
go
is
ahead.
reserve price, and then
Yes.
the remark that being said, either better condition or something. That's what I meant. The fact
That's
that
exactly what I'm, allow me. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
all right, okay, sure. We are on the same page.
Exactly. So
All
now,
right.
can you answer the question I asked earlier?
Yes, that why I did not quantify.
No. My first question was, your conclusions in both the comprehensive report and the statement you provided to the committee that some of the tractors had missing parts and they were being cannibalized. Was it based on the general notion which was in the open source, or was it based on the observation of Team 2?
It was based on the observation and what we found on the ground.
Now, can you tell us how many of those tractors were quantified?
That I can't.
How many of those tractors were cannibalized?
That I can't establish, but what I can establish, what I can establish was I indicated it in the report that they were tampered with, but I didn't say they were not sold. The fact that they were sold.
No, allow me. You see, price is of the significance here. And by virtue of the fact that the state of these items is being used as one of the reasons why you couldn't fetch a better price for them, then it can no longer be overlooked. So we are not looking at the fact that whether they were sold or not. Their condition matters here. Because earlier on you did say that the tractors Alaji Mama the Kura sold, the 43 tractors were in a very good shape. Not so. Compared to the ones you sold 4 months later. And the underlying reasons you brought were, one, it was in the rainy season when we were doing the sales, and that two, many parts were what? Tampered with. So now the question is not whether you sold them or not. The question is about the price. And in your own report, you said because of their condition, you couldn't match the price of the value. So let's not talk about the sales now.
Okay.
Let's talk about the conditions. So now I will ask you the question again. Why was it difficult for you to establish the number of tractors that were tampered with?
Honorable, it's not like it's been difficult to say. If I want to quantify the tractors that were affected, I would say all the tractors that we sold were affected. One,
all of them,
because they were all in the open area.
But that would be wrong.
Hey, let me finish. You're not allowing me to come. You're cutting me. So
wait. Allow me, Ms. Jammeh. It's my responsibility also to guide you when I have evidence. And this evidence is coming from you. In your own submission, your own report to the committee, and I will refer you to the second page of the comprehensive report. And these are your words. You said, however, most of the tractors, that is not all of the tractors. So if you say all of the tractors, that will be wrong.
Can I
You
come
say
in
most.
before
Yes,
you go?
come in.
I
Yes.
said most of the tractors were being tampered with, but now I
Mhm.
said all the tractors were affected, and you did not allow me to finish my statement.
Okay, you can finish.
All the tractor, well, the reason, what I meant by all the tractors were affected because all of them were in the open area. That's how many months you count? Was it 5 months duration during the rainy season? So all of them that were out like in that open area were all affected. That's what I mean by affected. I am not going against like deviating from what I have in my statement, as most of them
Please,
were tampered with. You want me to
please.
quantify that? I cannot quantify, but
Yeah.
I just, it was what we did in the provinces. Team 2 was 59. Most of them were tampered with, which we all established, even us on the team. And then I can refer you to the order given by the commission and the application by the council January 2019 to the fact of how these equipments out there were being tampered with. If you want to go and cross check that, you can see that I'm not just saying anything in that.
Miss Jammeh,
Yes.
the order of the commission and the application they did
Mhm.
should not be used as a justification or as a reference or as a narration in the preparation of your report. Your report should reflect. Allow me to come. Now I'll give you all the time and then you will reciprocate. Huh? Your
Yes.
report should reflect the actual occurrences on the field. That is your actions, if you thought there are any omissions or inactions, but not what was the application of the commission. The application was of the commission was to ensure that the court grants them the permission to conduct the sales. Okay, so still my question remains, because if you look at these items or these vehicles, they are tractors. Leaving them under the rain for a year would not even do anything to them. Look, these equipments are there for farming purposes. They are used to water. So that cannot be an underlying factor. But I will ask you this last question so that we can move. On one side, if you have the opportunity, would you have quantified the number of tractors that were tampered with?
You said?
Or do you think quantifying the number of tractors that were tampered with will be of relevance to your report? On hindsight, if you had the opportunity.
Yes, yes, I believe so.
No, not to believe. Now we have to speak in absolute terms.
Oh yeah,
On hindsight, would you have quantified the number of tractors that were tampered?
I would have, if I were to write it again, knowing what I just learned, I would quantify it. But to add on to that too, we all know that tractors are tractors. They are used, used during the day for farming. But I am telling you the fact and the reality on the ground that we went and the conditions we saw these tractors is what I am saying. I'm not giving
Yes.
you any scenario, but please let me just finish this part. I'm not giving you any scenario. That's the fact. They might be used for farming and get used to the water, but the duration at which they were being parked in that open area affected them. They depreciated their value. Secondly, parts were stolen. Then I agree with the fact that it's important to quantify it, and that would have been helpful in the report to know how many of those were tampered with. And I agree with that.
Sam,
Yes.
if you look at the sales proceeds that you have,
The sales?
after selling the total value or the total money you collected after selling 59 tractors, and you compare it to the 43 tractors that were sold by Mamadi Kuran, The sales of 43 tractors
Mm-hmm.
was at 10.5 million.
Mm-hmm.
The sales of 59 tractors
Mm-hmm.
attracted 5.8. That's
Mhm.
almost double. Allow me. That's almost double.
Mm-hmm.
And if you look at the period between these two sales, it's just like 4 months. We can say that these equipments will depreciate and lose almost 50% of their reserve price. And again, I really want to take your case, but do you know why it is difficult for me?
Mm-hmm.
Because you are not giving us tangible references that we can pull down. You said in your own report that the conditions of the tractors differ from what was indicated by the valuer. And you were given the opportunity to place reference. But the only thing you brought up was what was being said by the commission and the application that was sent before the court.
Can I
And
come
these
in?
are not a direct product of your sales. Now you have the opportunity to tell us, during the sales, what correlations did you do between the valuer's report and the condition of the tractors that makes you to conclude that indeed they were tampered, and as a result, you sold them at a lesser value. But other than that,
Can I?
it's very, very difficult to
I'll
take you.
forgive your question. It's a lot if you don't allow me in
No,
between.
I didn't ask you a question. I'm making a comment. I'm kind of
Okay.
giving you a summary of what happened.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay.
Can
I
I
haven't
come
asked
in?
you a question yet. No. What I just want is I want to give direction because Honorable Jammeh also needs to come and we have Honorable Cisse.
Mm-hmm.
If at all you
I
have
just,
anything
Mhm.
additional that will add up
yeah,
to your story,
yeah.
you can. But if at all is to narrate what you have said, we've passed that level. And still for me, it will be on why you fail to quantify the tractors. And two,
Mhm.
what were the basis for
Mm-hmm.
your conclusion
Mm-hmm.
that indeed what is in the valuation report differs with what you found physically on the ground.
Can I just do things here? You know, I've been so forthcoming to the whole process. I've been providing evidence or documents or whatever is needed, right? And I think since the beginning, I've been answering to the best of my ability, right? That being said, there's no way that it will be fair to compare the two auctions. I took part in both.
No, answer the question. Ms. Trame, wait.
Do you
Allow
have
me.
the valuation report?
Hold on. Can you hold on? I direct you and you answer the questions. At the end of the day, we can allow you to make a general statement. Okay? I asked you 2 questions. Sorry, can you stop that? I asked you 2 questions. Can you
Sorry.
provide answers to those?
Mm-hmm.
And if at all your answers are similar to the ones you've given before, you can proceed. But not to make a general statement.
I'm not making a general statement.
And can you provide answers to the 2 questions I've asked?
Yes.
Please.
One, I just wanted to say, if you look at the valuation report of the tractors, it has pictures. It has pictures that will give you, since you are not on the side, on the ground, it will give you a picture, not my report, the valuation report of the tractors has pictures of how the first ones that we sold with Kurang, that look like the condition, and the last ones that were all value. If you look at the two conditions, you will see that a tractor that is as new as the one we sold first cannot be compared to the ones that were already half dead. And then regardless of the quantity difference, the value matters. So that would be one guide to help you see the conditions of those tractors. Two, I'm not giving you any statement. These are facts on the ground. I wasn't responsible for pricing. One, the valuator did his valuation, the auctioneer auction, and then the commission, the commissioners and my superiors were in the picture of all these issues that we were having, just the people stealing, tampering the tractors, cannibalizing, they all know. So these are not just me. It's as a result of that that an order was given to quickly give auction them and give out the ones they reserve for the state. And this is the best answer I can give you. I don't determine prices, but all I know is that I cannot compare the two, as I took part in both and I've seen the condition in which they were all in.
With all fairness, you are very right. You don't determine prices. And we will not hold you accountable for anything you are not responsible of. And the main reason we are bringing the prices is as a direct reference of your own report that was provided to the committee and as a direct reference of your own statement that was given to the committee. In your own comprehensive report that was sent to the commission, you did make a direct reference to the conditions of these tractors as the reason for the low proceeds that was received. Likewise, in the statement that was given to us. So it will be only fair to give you the opportunity for you to substantiate those. And as it stands, Mr. Jammeh, you have not provided any tangible reason that we can take, because the commission acted swiftly to get the court order so that the items can be sold to avoid them being perished.
Okay.
So what we are interested in, no, allow me, you've passed that. What we are interested in is not what the commission said or what you had. What we are interested in is what you witnessed when you went for the sales, because that would be your version. When you were writing this report, there's no way that you reference the application of the commission. You said, and I'll read for you, on the second page of your comprehensive report. In this time, I'll read both paragraphs for you. Are you on the second page of your comprehensive report? Are you there?
Oh no, I was referring to where I referenced.
No,
indeed.
Just go to the comprehensive report.
Yeah, I
We
am
want
there.
to be fair to you as much as possible. If you go to the second page of your comprehensive report, which starts with Team 2, and these are your words. Team 2 covered North Bank and Central River Region and Upper River Region, where a total of 59 tractors were being auctioned. The process was done in accordance with general rules of auctioning, and every buyer has the opportunity to bid, and the highest bidder wins. Then you continue to say, however, most of the tractors were being tampered with, and some parts were missing. As a result, some of them could not attract the prices and remarks stated by what? The value. You continued on to say, furthermore, all the tractors in Pachar were transferred to Sapo without the orders of the commission, and some parts were missing from those tractors. Are these the words of the commission, or are they your words?
They are my words.
Do these words in any way make reference to the application that was made by the commission before the courts?
No, it's based on what was on the ground.
Did we ask you any question that is outside the confinements of these two paragraphs?
You are just asked question based on the two paragraphs for me to quantify.
Based on... Good. So, with all fairness, all we are trying to do now is to give you the opportunity to quantify. You said some out of 59. You wanted the quantity, which is an imperative. And in your own narration, you use the condition of the tractors to justify why they were sold at a lesser value. And it's coming for the last time. If you are having any substantial reasons that you can provide to the committee, I will give you the last opportunity to do. If not, we can hold on to your earlier submissions. And then I just have one last question for you.
If I may, if you can guide me as to what you meant or want, or what you meant by substantial, because I did give you my version and then explain, but that would be helpful to me to know.
I wish I could. I wish I was in Sapo or I was in North Bank in Sierra.
No, like I mean the definition of your substantial. What do you mean?
In simple terms, your own observation. When you were on the ground, you used two things. You said the conditions of the tractors varies. with the valuers report.
Mhm.
And that is why they attracted what? Smaller values.
Mhm.
So this is what we want. So now when you were on the ground,
Mhm.
what basis did you use to
Mhm.
determine that?
Okay, I think okay, maybe I skipped mentioning it. I skipped to mention it. Let's say Mahindra 2025 is number one auction, Mahindra 2025. The Mahindra
Mhm.
2025 had missing, I don't know the name of the parts. Let's say missing plow or missing whatever, leg or something, right? The ones on the responsible for securing that place, we all saw that this valuation report say Mahindra 2025 in a better condition. We looked at that tractor, has missing leg, has missing gears or missing engine, right? And then we the ones on the ground, even the auctioneers said this is not the way the valuer said it was. The one in charge of the place, like securing the let's say Pacha, for example, the location that they transferred to Sapo, attest to the fact that the reason why they've been transferred is because they were stolen, and then agreed to the fact that those particular ones were tampered with, because when they were packed, they were in, like, not even, don't say in good state, but they were intact. But the missing parts that were not there, the person confirmed of it being stolen. So me being on the ground, the auctioneer confirming what the valuer, like say Jammeh Road, and what how it was on the ground is not the same. And then it doesn't have legs. Some of them, when it doesn't have machine or something, they just turn their back so they don't beat.
Yes,
So
and were you, yes, continue.
no.
You're done. So were you able to detail down those tractors? As you've explained it explicitly.
Mm-hmm.
The missing parts, you've said that. So now, were you able to detail, write this down? As to say, which tractor have a missing plow that was tampered with, which tractor has a missing engine, which tractor had this, detail them down so that they can serve as a guide. Were you able to do that? Did you do that?
No, I don't remember like writing 1, 2, 1 is this, 2 is that, 3 is that. I know that on my list, like as we go, I do mark whatever either the condition that we met them in, or if they're being um on the price or paid, and then the ones that when we call to get authorization of, I know I do have some notes on the side, but
Was
like
this up to 50?
50,
Was this up to 50% of the tractors or not?
the ones
The
that
ones
were
that were tampered with.
the ones that were tampered with, it let's say if I'm using, like, that's not, you can't hold me, I'm just trying to see based on what we found on the ground, it's close to 50% that had parts missing in them. But if I am to
You can.
say,
Mhm.
if I'm to say this deteriorating condition of those structures, I would say about 80% of them.
And still, the most interesting part for me is
Mm-hmm.
you didn't find it useful or important
Mm-hmm.
to write down
Mm-hmm.
each tractor, make a comparison between their
Mm-hmm.
actual conditions
Mm-hmm.
against the valuer's report, because that was the only basis you have.
Well,
Because you said,
yeah,
I saw that.
I agree. I mean, I agree.
So now,
That,
in the absence of that, what do you think the committee can hold on to in order to believe in your version that the low prices were realized as a result of what? Deteriorated conditions of the tractor?
I mean, one, I was not the only one as a team. Like, I believe.
You were the team leader.
Okay, now you're saying what the committee. So I'm trying to explain that I was not the only one that saw.
No, we want you to take the responsibility. You were the team.
I am. What I'm trying to say is that other people also that were on the ground will attest to that fact. But it also wasn't my responsibility to write descriptions of responsibility, like what the valuer did, writing descriptions of the tractors, the condition that they were in, and the stuff. I know I wrote my report based on what was on the ground, what I observed and what happened. But also my role there was to issue the release of sales to the buyers. So if I were to go back again, knowing what I just know, I see the need, the importance of quantifying the next time. But then we all, even though I was the team leader for that team, we all had our different individual responsibilities on the ground. But I agree with you that it's important to have things quantified. And if I were to do it today, I would use that approach instead.
Finally, what would you say to the proposition that
Mm-hmm.
your statement where you said tractors were being tampered with and some parts were missing was just to create convenience and provide a cushion that will justify the huge reduction in the sales value that was realized?
I was not fine. It wasn't an easy way out or convenient or some whatever. But and for you to understand that what was raised from the tractor sale, like the last one we did, double or triple the amount that they were valued for. If you had to go and look at the valuation report and just add up what the valuer valued them and compare it to what was gained, you will see that it's not below what the valuer valued. You are comparing this one with the first one. Let me finish very soon. But then if you are to we do not get a loss in that for me to use this as an easy way out. No, I literally explain the fact that I found on the ground, and that what we found on the ground and the reality. That's what I wrote. It's English. I might have, professionals might have written the report differently, but the fact remains what I witnessed and what was on the ground. That's what I put on this report.
Thank you very much, Ms. Jammeh. I know I will administer 90-minute questions in your subsequent appearance. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. I will allow other honorable members to take it from here. Honorable Jammeh. Good afternoon, Father.
Good afternoon, Honorable.
How are you?
I'm good. Thanks for
And thank you for cooperating with us.
You're welcome.
Yeah, if I may ask, the time that you were assuming office as an assistant secretary, were you given any appointment letter?
No, I wasn't.
You were not given an appointment letter.
It was a secondment from my office. I was assigned to come to the commission, not given any appointment.
Was that secondment communicated in writing in
No.
terms of what specific assignments you are supposed to go and do at the commission?
No, that was provided when I report duty. It was provided by the then secretary, but no, I wasn't given any.
Come back again. What was provided by the then
A
secretary?
TOR was given
A
to me.
TOR.
Yes.
Do you have that TOR in your possession?
No.
Can you find time to provide us with the copy of that TOR?
I don't think it was like a formal document filed or submitted to me. When I when I report to the office at the commission, the secretary briefed all of us. I remember a list of everyone with their designation and then some of the responsibilities doing, but I do not have any copy of that with me, and I'm not sure it was also submitted or something that was part of the report that was submitted. It was just for us to use as a guide while we work at the commission.
Is it correct? Is it correct to say your deployment at the Jammeh Commission then does not follow any due process?
I can't say. I don't know what how the due process should have been, but I know that I was assigned to go and help the Jammeh Commission with their work.
In public office, do you think that is the right approach in terms of either appointing someone or reassigning someone to a specific role for him or her assuming the responsibility without communications? Do you think that is right? Without documentation, if I can put it?
When I was appointed by the government, I received a letter. But then I've never been on any secondment before, so I really don't know the procedure of how secondments should be. All I know was I was assigned, then I left. So it will be hard for me to say yes or no because I have no knowledge on the process, how it's supposed to be.
Considering how delicate the issue was there any point in time it crossed your mind to engage your superiors in terms of how they reach at the decision to send you to the Jammeh Commission, and also, if possible, requesting a formal documentation to that effect?
No.
No. We can proceed. If I may ask, can you share the name of your younger sister with us? Because it's never private, it is not public, since you mentioned about her.
I mentioned, but can we?
Kindly mention her name to me. Maybe the time you were doing it, I wasn't around. And I think the approach was for you to send her name to one of the clerks.
Which I did before, but I can still do that. Would you permit me
What
to?
What I want you to do is to tell me her name is Lamin Dabo or Binta Suso or whatever. This is what I would appreciate. It has to be public. Because she involve herself or you involve her in a public business, not a family business. So as such, whatever we are doing here, we want it to be public and also very open and transparent. So I will definitely appreciate if you can share her name with us.
Okay, it's not my younger sister. She's my elder, and she's Dr. Mariam Jammeh.
She is Dr. Mariam, your elder sister, not your younger sister. So if I heard you well with my colleague, Honorable Fofana, you said she was working with Oil. Am I wrong or right?
Yeah, she started working with Jaol when I came here. For some time, she worked with her. Yeah, that's correct. Sorry, him. That's correct.
When did she start work with Jammeh? Do you have an idea? Because I heard you saying when I come in here, I might not really know when you travel out of this country.
Okay.
So it will be good if you can guide us.
It will be in 2020 or late 2019 because I traveled here in 2019, late 2019, like August, September, end of August to September. I think end of August I came here. So it's either late December that year or 2020. I can be specific. Maybe they can.
It will be in between 2019, 2020, right?
Yeah, but
Now, what I want to ask here is, during this period, was it a period when you were working with the commission or you were engaged in the sales process?
no, I was done working with the commission. I went back to the ministry. I was done with the ministry. I came to study. When I left I left on study leave. So I wasn't working with the government then.
Will it be correct to say you were the one who introduced your elder sister to Jar Oil Company?
No, it was, I did not. And I think, I don't know, I think now we are talking about my private matter here. The investigators want her number, and then they can have that and liaise with her. So I will plead with you if we can stick to the commission's questions and do that, Honorable. Okay, because I can't say much about her, even though you asked for the name I gave you, but I think those are private questions.
As I said earlier, with her issue is never private. And you wouldn't know that until we move further with these investigations. For the fact that you entrusted documents that are related to the Jammeh Commission, for the fact that you have relinquished your responsibilities to her by submitting confidential documents to Jar Oil, for the fact that, of course, let me just learn, because for us, anything that is related to the Jammeh Commission, since then it was in public, is confidential. These are office matters. For the fact that he was able to contact you, to inform you, or she was able to contact Jar Oil to seek his consent in engaging you to share certain information with you, actually put her in the gold so. So we must talk about her with all due respect. Because for us, we're trying to establish facts. Maybe today it might be negative in talking about her, but tomorrow it might be really positive because our intent is not really ill. Our intent is to get to the bottom. If need be, we in fact need to find out now how was he able to acquire job at Jammeh. There could be this possibility that it happens because the kind of favors that Jar Oil got from the sales. This is all possible. So this is why you need to cooperate with us to allow us to do our investigations in order to avoid speculations around the happenings.
Honorable, if I may, with due respect, I have been forthcoming from the beginning. I've been very helpful for that matter. And then you asked my sister, my blood sister, we live together. I have her documents, she has my documents. Just to clarify, she didn't have any documents from the commission that I was coming to study here. I have copies of my documents for a rainy day like today for myself. There is no information confidential. I will come. Let me learn. Just a minute, please.
But you know what I want to do for you?
Honorable, just 1
I
minute.
just want to say something, if
Please.
you will hear me out,
Okay.
please. For me, the explanations are very good.
Okay.
But my fear is if something else wouldn't emerge from what you are trying to explain here. So if I may advise you technically, you really need to be careful with what you share with us. And you should be in a position to distinguish what is personal and what is public.
I know.
More especially in this situation.
I agree.
Thank you.
I agree. And what I wanted to say was that we live in the same house. We grew up, my sister. The only thing that was there was the receipt and the copy of receipt, which I gave to the commission because they needed it. They didn't have. These were nothing confidential, no document that were confidential. They were my copies that I kept. Anything that I have available, I sent it to the committee, to your committee, to help you in this investigation. So I kindly and respectfully disagree to say.
But I may do that if you also hear me out here.
Okay.
Okay. Let's take it this way. Just right now, you said you assigned her to take certain documents to the committee.
Yes.
Forgetting that you said earlier to reach out to Jar Oil to reach out to you to get certain documents. If I may ask, what were those specific documents that she reached out for her to hand over to Jar Oil on your behalf?
Just copies of the receipts. Copies of the receipts.
Copies of the receipts.
And these are.
Do you share those receipts with the committee? We can progress. Do you share them with the committee?
Yes, I did.
You did?
Yeah. And these are for the record, these are my copies that I kept for a day like today. And then it's benefiting the committee in its work. So I do not see any issue with me assigning, keeping my documents with my sister because she's the one there, I'm not home, and then having it available for the commission, Honorable.
What was wrong with having those documents to be scanned, attached to your email as a reference?
Did you see the quantity of the document they showed you? Did you see how bulky it is? Right now, it was hard for me to download even the one that the commission sent me, the receipt, because of how large it was. Honorable.
Okay, Father, don't worry. We can progress. We don't have to persist on that point because it seems your sister is no-go area. So I wouldn't really touch that part. Maybe until at the end game of our interface.
No problem.
You said when you drafted your report, you gave it to a secretary at the office, and that is to say at the Jammeh Commission's office, to do the typing for you. Is that so? Who typed the report of your sales?
The office, the secretariat, members of the secretariat help filing, like putting in some, like the receipt numbers, those kind of things. I and Keba wrote our reports, combined the reports, and we typed it. So they help. They help in photocopying those receipts like we submitted today, help us cross-check and put in, the numbers to compile the reports to submit to the bigger report that was submitted to the government.
If you say Keba, which Keba do you mean here? Because
I mean, my other team. Okay.
Even one of my colleagues is Keba.
Okay, I meant the other team leader, Mr. Bode.
Keba Bode. Good. Now, according to Keba, in his own testimony yesterday, he said, you work on the draft and gave it to a secretary to type it for you. Is that so?
We have to.
Was the report typed by a secretary, or you have your colleagues in the office who comes in and help you to compile the report? Which is which?
Those
Because what you are
colleagues,
telling me,
those colleagues.
what you are telling me and what I got from Keba are two different stories.
Okay. Let me
Keba agreed that you wrote your report, the sales report, yeah, as a draft,
Mhm,
and you gave it to a secretary
mhm,
to do the typing,
mhm,
to do the inputs for you.
mhm.
Was that the case?
Okay, so just to
No,
continue.
you have to say yes or
I
no.
will, but before yes or no, we have two
But
reports.
you know, just
Yes,
allow me.
Honorable, yes. Which report? I just want to be clear. We have a report submitted on the 10th, right? The tract. We have a comprehensive report, right? So which one it was Keba referring to? Which one are you saying?
The one I am saying and the one me and Keba both agreed to is the sales report on MOJ 8.
Okay. The sales report on MOJ 8.
Yes.
The secretaries have, they are the ones that we are all in the same office, different cubicles. They are all the same. We are talking about the same people. They helped in typing of the report, but the main comprehensive one, we put it, I typed it, added the part that I worked on with Quran, and then took the ones that they helped us type before, and then added it with the to the comprehensive one that has the vehicle, the sales of the vehicle. Yes, they help the secretaries help in typing, and they are this our colleagues. We were in the same office.
If I may ask,
Mhm.
are your these colleagues still with the Ministry of Justice? Or do you know their whereabouts?
I don't know. I haven't spoken to any of them since I left. Like it's been 5 years, so I don't know their whereabouts.
Or do you know their names?
The names of the people that were in the same. Yeah.
Who were typing your secretaries? Can you share those names with us, please?
Yes, I can. But I cannot. I can't share the names of all that secretaries we were in the same office with.
The ones you know and the ones that help in the typing. These are the names we
So,
are interested
yes.
in.
Yeah, I can provide the names to you, Honorable. What I cannot establish is who among them. They all helped. Some helped in printing, photocopying, printing, and stuff, and inputting the receipt names like we were doing. But I cannot say who among them did what. But for sure, I can provide you names.
Pardon?
Yes.
Is that not strange to you? Having someone, let me just learn, having someone type such a sensitive report for you and you cannot recall this individual. Is that not strange to you?
It's not strange, Honorable, because we are many in the office right now. 7 years ago, we worked on this report. I told you the comprehensive report, I typed it, right? The part that these people helped me on, I have, let's say, Keba doing the printing, Mama doing that thing. You can today, I can't say, I don't want to be wrong. All of them help, all of us help to put things together, but I cannot say
Pardon,
what.
pardon. Will you agree with me that before you print any document, you type it first? And after typing, you do a proofreading, you do your editing, right? After the editing, then when you believe the report is adopted, then that is when you print it out. So we cannot make it as if both activities were happening simultaneously. I don't think that is the case here. And I will appreciate. Cooperating does not only mean you being with us from, let's say, morning to evening. Cooperating with us here would mean you telling us the actual facts. Because for me, right in my head, I can recall a secretary that I worked with 7-8 years ago in Janjambur. So I should expect the same from your end.
Yeah, I recall all of them. I recall all of
And
them.
how to tell all the secretaries who typed those report or that report, that let me say the sales report on your behalf. What is the individual's name with progress?
Yeah.
Please.
No, you honorable, I am cooperating and I'm providing the facts to you, honorable. I will give you all names, but some of them did the photocopying of the receipt. Honorable, let me explain how we did this thing.
Give me the names, then after you explain.
Exactly.
Just
Oh.
give me the names, then later you explain, please.
We have don't when I can't remember so names. Okay.
No, we will find out these names, either from the secretary.
Okay.
From the
We have
council.
Maimuna. We have Maimuna.
Maimuna.
I'm thinking it's Baji.
You are thinking it's bad.
Yeah, but let me not think. I might recall. Maimuna, we have Mama. We have
Maimuna, Mama.
Kumba.
Sorry, wait. Because now you gave 3 names, right?
Yes.
Which of Mama, do you know her second name?
I can find out if you let me.
Please find out.
Okay.
Maimuna and Kumba. Do you know Kumba's second name?
Kumba, I think it's Njai, but let me be sure. I think Mama is Njai. Let me just give me. I'll provide them. I'll provide
The third one.
Maimuna.
You said Maimuna, Kumba, and who? Mama.
Yes.
Do you know Mama's second name, please?
Please, I'll get it for
Is
you.
the Baji one, or she is Njai?
I'll get it for you. I'll get it for you, Honorable. I'll get it for you.
Kindly do.
I will.
Kindly do from now against tomorrow.
So I will.
We definitely need it. If
I
there's a need, we will summon them.
I will send it to the one I'm communicating with.
Okay. Now let's progress. Let's progress. I want us to look at something on the sales report.
Okay.
Very good. Where we have this K40, look at where you have the date 27/01/2019 on the sales report.
The report, the list.
MOJ8. I think that was what they
7.
shared. 27/01/2019.
On the 27th.
Yes, on the 27th. You go to the top.
Okay.
Stamp.
Hmm?
What process you take in this series? Hmm? And I just want us to look at K40, K33,
Mm-hmm.
and K31,
Mm-hmm.
and tell me what the reserve price are.
Okay. K40 1,000. K33 1,000. K31 200.
What specific items are these figures against? Do you have any idea?
Give me a minute. Let me check. Yes, from the report that I was the council sent me. Yes. Do you want me to read it out?
K40 is what? Is it a
K40,
bicycle or That's what I
K40
said.
is K40 is a Great Wall landmark double cabin.
It's a double cabin.
Le-
And the reserve price is how much? 1,000.
It says scrap, no engine, no gearbox.
So the reserve price is what? 1,000.
Yes.
Let's look at K33. What is that K33? Can you guide us?
Yes. Great Wall landmark. Scrap 1,000.
Another pickup.
I don't know the max, maybe. I don't know what Great Wall.
Let's look at the third one. That is the K31.
It says K31 Bedford scrap 200.
Bedford scrap 200.
Mm.
Now, even though they captured as scraps,
Yeah.
the fact remains that they were vehicles, right?
I don't know what the other one is.
Bedford is a vehicle, the other whatever. These are all vehicles, Father.
Yeah, I know. Okay.
Or I believe.
Okay.
Because this was a work done by you. You should be guiding me here, in fact.
Well, it was from the valuation report. I don't know before.
Let me learn, Fatu. Part of it is from the valuation report. If you look at the far end of that document, what are you going to see?
Figures.
Figures of what?
Huh?
Figures of what?
Money.
Money for what? Why are these figures here?
They are the prices that they were sold for.
They were the sales proceeds, right?
Yeah.
To be in the same picture.
Yes.
Right? Good. Now, how much do you sell them for?
The K40 was sold for 6,000.
Against 1,000 as the reserve price.
Yes.
Right? The second one?
K33 was sold for 8,000.
Against 1,000 reserve price, right?
Yes.
The last one?
K31 was sold for 3,000.
What was the reserve price?
200.
200. Good. Now, my question is, how does it happen that you sold these stuffs above the reserve price? What really influenced it?
Even though I'm not an auctioneer, but I was on the ground, the auctioneer would start the said reserve let's say K40 is a Great Wall landmarker going for this amount. So I think what, from my opinion, what I saw on the ground, what affects or what leads to this price is where the buyers that you have for them, how many people are interested, and how the bidding was going. So you say 1,000, the highest bidder paid 6,000, the highest bidder won.
Do you know why I asked this question?
No.
In the report, if you observe closely, there were reserve price that were at the higher side, and bidders couldn't really bid for them until when you call the commissioners to negotiate for a bargain in the prices. And that actually altered the prices. Am I wrong or not?
No, you didn't get that point. May I clarify?
You can. You are here to, give us the facts.
So the ones that did not attract buyers, and then we call the commission. It's not to negotiate. It's just to inform them of the situation that this is what's happening and it's not attracting buyers. And then so far, this is how much the auctioneer was able to get, like whatever buyer, how much the buyer bid for that particular price. And it's not to buy, it's just to get the authorization to proceed in
Come
agree.
back with that bit. You said it's just to get the approvals.
Yes,
The
authorization.
approval. You said approvals, right?
The authorization
The
of the
authorization. Good. And this authorization, how was it done? Was it by writing
no,
to say, hmm?
no, it's not any. We are on the ground, honorable.
You know what I cannot
I'm
understand.
coming.
Okay, I'm waiting.
We are honorable. We were on the ground, right? The auction was going on. Buyers were not attracted to that particular, let's say, item, that this one that we are talking about. And then we try to reach out to the commission that this is what's happening on the ground. There's no way that we're gonna, well, let me not even go there. We reach out to the secretary, not reachable. We call the commissioner to get the authorization, which they gave us. So I don't know. I don't know what you meant by, was that written or?
No, Fatu, where I am, or what I'm trying to learn at is,
Yes.
in terms of like having the value, because you'll always say, I was not the value, I cannot do anything with the prices. And equally, you always say you were not an auctioneer, right?
Yeah.
But your role was to serve as a referee. Referee, in a sense, your role was more of a supervisory role.
No.
Were you not supervising the process of the sales?
No.
You and Keba Boja?
If you say supervisory law, it depends on the context that you use it, right?
Should I say a team leader?
Yes.
Maybe we are used to that term.
Yes.
You've been a team leader.
Mm-hmm.
What were your primary role in relation to the sales? That will get you to understand what I meant.
My role was to ensure that every buyer is issued release of sales from the Commission of Inquiry that is gonna serve as a document to show ownership of whatever they bought, and also to assist the staff when the need arises, and be there to ensure that everything is provided as to the needs of my other team members, because they are equally assigned by the commission like I was.
So will it be correct to say you were more of offering coordinating services? You were more of coordinating.
Yeah, I was coordinating.
So meaning, if you were coordinating anything that wasn't going right, you should be in a position to flag it, right?
Yes. Yes.
As you were doing with some of the vehicles or items that were not bidded for.
Yes.
So now, my question is, when the sales team or the auction was not confining himself to the sets of reserve prices and then proposing for other prices, what were your actions? Because for me, at some level, you should be able to protect citizens because you believe so much in, you said you are not the expert. The expert is the valuer. So meaning whatever that valuer recommended, one should go by it. Or you should know.
Valuer or auctioneer, before I answer?
I meant here the valuer. Before you reach to the auctioneer, you start with the value.
Yeah.
So, and the auctioneer, is always guided by the reserve prices paid by the valuer.
Mhm.
So meaning the benchmark
Mhm.
is with the valuation report.
So what's
So this is why I'm asking. My question here is
yeah.
having
Mhm. Mhm.
the auctioneer selling some of these items against the reserve price. What
Mhm.
were your observations?
Okay, so the commissioners, all decisions lies in the hands of the commissioners. They appointed the valuator, they appointed the auctioneer, and I was sent there to issue out to be their ears and eyes and issue out this release of stamps. And when these instances, the instant where there were no bidders, the auctioneer did not just go against that. The auctioneer tries to get an authorization or approval from the commissioners, which which was the due process, and that's what was done. I am in no. I don't have any power to make any decisions as to which price to say to go with. What the power that I had was to consult my superior or supervisors or my bosses, and that's what I did exactly. So that's all I was able to do, and that's what I did, Honorable.
Now I will ask you a very open question. What was the lowest price of your sales in terms of tractors? Can you remember?
My what?
The lowest price of your sales or of the sales register. What was the lowest that you sold a tractor for?
A tractor.
Let me say a scrap tractor. Do
I
you sell anything? Do, do you sell anything as low as $500? $4,000?
I have I saw some here. There, yeah, of course. There were
Yeah,
some.
yeah. Right. Now,
Mhm.
Faro,
Yes.
do you think it will be right to sell a scrap tractor for $4,000? Even though you are not a valuer, you are not an auctioneer, but you were at the ground to coordinate. You were at the ground as a team leader, I believe. You were directly or indirectly representing the members of the commission.
Mhm.
So it will be very important to gauge your understanding on some of these matters. Do you think
Mhm.
it is right to sell a scrap tractor for $4,000?
Well, Honorable, if you're asking for my personal opinion,
I will ask for your personal opinion this time.
okay, I would say it depends on the condition of that scrap tractor.
If you say condition, or it will depend on the condition of that tractor,
Mm-hmm.
what type of tractor would one sell for $4,000 depending on its condition?
Well, I don't know tractors, number one, to establish that. But then if you're asking for my personal opinion, if I see a tractor that don't have engine, the outside it's old. It doesn't have whatever important parts that the tractor needs to have. I mean, it's old. I am not gonna spend 4,000 on it. But that being said, I'm not a farmer, so you cannot take that. That's just my personal opinion.
Yeah, because my understanding is
Mhm.
even a scrap small vehicle would not cost for $10,000 if you go to the park in La Tricunda.
7 years
This
ago.
is 5 years ago.
Okay.
Talk less of a tractor.
Honorable, this one I don't know what you want me to say, but like I said, I do
Now,
not.
what I want you to say, what I want you to say is to tell Gambians what you think around the sales process, whether you were convinced that the sales were right, reflecting on the figures. We're
Okay.
now looking at the figures. I'm not in fact looking at the valuation. I'm now looking at the sales.
Mhm. So based on the ones that I took part in and the one that I know, which were these two, I am going to say that the process was according to the rules of the rules of auction. It was an open bidding, and the highest bidders will always win, and then they will pay to the accountant general, and then they will deposit it to the commission's account. If you want that, if it's my opinion, you're asking me, I don't know auction, but from what happened, it went according to how it should, and it was a process that followed. It was done in accordance with the rules of the auction. So that would be my personal opinion about the sales that I witnessed.
I wouldn't get there with you,
Okay.
but just to inform you, the process might really follow a due process in terms of your personal observation. That I wouldn't have much to say. However, I think with Gambians, it is the opposite.
Okay.
Yeah, with Gambians, it is the opposite. Just for we to understand some of this, some of these dynamics.
Okay.
Now, you talked about reserve tractors, right, with the council.
Yes.
Do you have in your head or in your records how many tractors were reserved?
Yes.
Kindly share.
You mean the lump sum to the total?
Yes, the total number of tractors that were reserved by the Jammeh Commission.
Let me add them. It.
Okay, let me not in fact disturb you to count. We can progress. All that I want you to do with me is to confirm if there were reserved tractors, then, other questions can follow. And you confirm with me that there were reserved tractors.
Yes.
My other question is,
Mm-hmm.
do you know at any point in time whether any of these reserved tractors are sold?
Are sold. Other than
Yes.
giving to the municipalities?
Yes, other than the municipalities. I even doubt if the municipalities got tractors. But that would be answered by someone else. I wouldn't like to take you to that point.
Yeah. But I can.
The authority of the commission.
Okay. I wasn't.
I don't know if you get me.
No, I get you.
Good. So now let's look at the reserve tractors.
Okay.
I believe you should be in a position to know the number of tractors that were reserved.
Yes.
Even if you don't have it on top of your head, but you have it on a list, right? These reserve tractors. Can you tell us about these reserve tractors, where they are they sold or not?
Yeah. Okay, yeah, sure. The reserve tractors were packed in different regions, and then each region has a number of tractors that was allocated to them. And for what I could recall, they were communicated with to let them know that this number of tractors were reserved for them. I'm not sure of how much, but I know some municipalities, there might be a cost to attach to it, but that's not me. I don't want to say assume or say something that I'm not sure of, but I know they were communicated with to let them know that this number of tractors with trailers are allocated to their municipalities, and then where it was. So there were correspondence between the commission and these municipalities.
In your records, the number of reserve tractors?
Do I have?
Yes, in record.
Yes.
And they are with, and also the assessor numbers?
Not in this record.
But can you find out the number of reserve tractors that were at your disposal or at the disposal of the commission and the assessor numbers?
I have the numbers here, but I don't know how I can get the exact and certain numbers now that I'm not.
You communicate back. It's just like the way you did with Jao and speak to your sister.
Honorable,
take
honorable,
do
honorable,
the same with us here. Yes, ma'am.
honorable. That was something that I have in my position, and I, honorable, why you don't do that? This one is
You know, the fact here is we believe, I understand very well that you are not in the office, and no one is in that office. However, my belief is, as a young person, more especially being involved in such a sensitive work, I would want to believe that you should have a backup to some of these things, more especially things that directly involve you.
okay. So let me come in there. This
So one of the tractors you see in CRR was under my committee. I know about this tractor very well. Let me just say this. Let me just say this. I would be very fair with you also to qualify the fact that some of these tractors were scraps. I can attest to that. However, that does not qualify the prices they were sold for.
Okay.
Which is not also your problem.
Yeah.
But now let's talk about these reserve tractors.
This one.
What do you know about them?
Like I know we were just told not to auction, and they were not part of it. So there I know I put down the numbers here because I know those are the numbers of tractors that we were not allowed to auction. But then after that, like I don't have any direct work on the ones that were reserved, even though I know that there were correspondence between the office and these municipalities. The way that I think, not me, maybe in your capacity to get this, maybe when you contact the municipalities to get the certain numbers might be on them. No, it's just a suggestion.
Now let's forget the starter numbers now.
Okay.
And progress. We can definitely progress far.
Okay.
Now, my question is, were you aware at any point in time if those tractors were sold?
Sold, not
Yes or no? Yes.
sold to public.
Yeah, the public, of course.
No, I'm not aware.
Now, can I refer you to MOJ 8 again?
MOJ 8.
Look at the tractor auction report, the first page on the tractor auction.
Hold on. MOJ 8.
MOJ 8 on the sales report. That was the report we were looking at.
MOJ 8B.
Yeah, the MOJ 8B. Let's go.
Okay, that's not tractors. The one I have here.
No. Just wait. You know, MOJ 8B have different pages.
Oh, okay.
So now, on one of the seats, that is labeled as tractor auction report.
Yeah, the last.
You have SR on it.
The last.
You saw the SR on it.
The last 2 pages.
Right. The last very page, in fact, I'm interested in. Can I direct you to, let me look here first. RJX11, that is assessor number.
The last page.
Yes. Now, you know what I want us to do?
Mm-hmm.
I want us to look at RJX1102. That is the SASE number. You look at the SASE number. Follow the SASE.
Yeah, I'm following the SASE. Hold on. It's not
And
from
it
my.
is on number 15, if I can still direct you,
Oh, that's second to last.
of
Then.
the list. Second to last, number 15 of the list.
Okay.
What do you find there? Can you take me through?
Okay. What the SASE number or the name or please everything?
I want the name, the SASE number, the date it was purchased. Just take me through the whole column
20
of
on
that number 15.
the 24th June 2018.
Mhm.
Bakari Sanya.
Name of buyer. Don't
Name-
forget the.
Okay. The type Mahindra.
Mhm.
The SASE number RNJX 1102. Vehicle. They say location. Buyampoli.
Buyam Police.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Premises price. I'm guessing this is the reserved one. 86,000.
Mhm.
Oh no. Sorry. Sales
Mhm.
86,000. Reserved price 45,000. And then
Mhm.
profit gain at the 41.
1,000. Thank you very much. Now, Fat,
Yeah.
what will be your take
Uh-huh.
if I should say
Mm-hmm.
this specific tractor
Mm-hmm.
was captured
Mm-hmm.
as a reserve?
Okay.
If you
So,
disagree, I give you more evidence.
yeah, no, you asked me what I would say if you say that.
Yes,
Okay.
what you will say,
So
because you said the reserve tractors are not sold.
I said,
Right? When you
even
were at
if
the
I
commission.
know, no. Yeah, that's what I'm
Not to
saying.
your knowledge when you were at the commission.
Yes.
For the purpose of records.
Yes. Not to my
Hmm?
knowledge. Yes.
So now, what will be your take if I should inform you that this tractor
Was
was sold at $86,000?
and
This specific, that this specific tractor was a reserved one.
can I
To
come?
guide you through
Yeah, guide me.
the evidence we have before us
Mm-hmm.
from the then lead counsel.
Mm-hmm.
One of the documents he shared with us is this specific tractor, this Mahindra tractor,
Mm-hmm.
RJ X1102,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
at a reserve price of $45,000.
Mm-hmm.
And the last column said reserved.
Okay.
And if you go to the sales list,
Mm-hmm.
it's been sold.
Okay.
Tell us.
Yeah, so let me establish that this was done in
Please.
24th June 2018, right? Under the then secretary, Mr. Kura, right? Mind you, during Mr. Kuran's time, I was supporting. I was working with him and as a support staff, helping him through the auction. At that point in time, I did not have any reserved tractor or no whatever tractors were reserved. The reserved tractors were the directives were given to us when we were going on the second phase of the tractor sale, which begins in October. And then the name, each region, the number of tractors were stipulated, were listed and identified by the vehicle control. So how come we have this number of tractors to reserve in October, and then from what you said, this particular one was sold on the 24th of June. So what I'm not reconciling is that was this one that was said to be reserved part of the ones that we were told to reserve. So I want to be aware that this one was part of the reserve tractors and it was not under me. It was Mr. Kuran that was in charge then. And I have no idea if that particular was part of these ones that we were told to reserve.
Yeah, well, this is what I have on the records. It dated way back in 2018. Having discrepancies in the two reports, where in the sales report it is indicating the tractor was sold, whilst in Bensouda's report it indicates the tractor is a reserve one. So it's kind of confusing me.
Yeah, I'm confused
And
actually.
I am with the hope that since you work with the commission, also you serve at the top of the secretariat, being an assistant secretary.
I was not at the top.
You
Dr.
were one of the boss ladies. No, you were one of the boss
Another,
ladies.
I was not at the top. The top is a secretary. I was assistant. So I think, my opinion,
Let's establish that.
I think, in my opinion, this one was auctioned way before we got this list for the reserve price. So
It's all right. Since it doesn't happen when you were in office, let me not bore you.
thank you.
Yes. Now, what we do?
Yes.
I think I will ignore the rest of the questions because they are telling me time is up. However, I will make applications. Father, when you were working in the Gambia, when you were working with the Jammeh Commission, which bank were you banking with?
I think I was banking actively with GT, and then it's either Echo or Trust Bank, but I can check. But yeah.
Kindly check.
Okay.
Share the details of the bank.
Okay.
With the secretary, and
Okay.
as such, Chair, I want to apply that we request for Ms. Patu Drame's bank statements with all the banks he was banking with from 2018 to 2020 or 2017 to 2020.
Well, I left Gambia in 2019.
2019. Okay, till 2019. Or 2020 is even fine. Don't worry. Whatever that doesn't have to do with the commission, we wouldn't. You never know. Because, the commission was ongoing, I think, until about 2020, right?
Really?
I think.
No, I think the report was submitted.
Mm-hmm.
The report was submitted way before I left because we went back to the ministry.
So it was 2019.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. With other witnesses, they would always tell you they have a memory problem. And it seems you don't look like one who has a memory problem.
I am trying.
Okay, now,
I
think it seems I'm even ready with you. I just want to make few applications.
Okay.
I want to apply to the office of the IGP chair to provide this committee with the list of all the ex-president's tractors. Tractors, vehicles transferred from the name of the ex-president or his affiliates or his businesses, private citizens or individuals.
After the application that he should apply.
Yes, I am also applying that we should obtain a statement from the IGP as soon as possible with regard to the tractors and as well as the vehicles.
Say this. When we make application, it will be sent to the commission. So that was the application to be redirected. Also ensure that the IGP appears. Say, to produce before the meeting.
Exactly. I will.
Okay, so in that case, there is no need to get a statement from him. It's to compel him. Give them to us one by one.
You know, the reason why I think the IGP should, we should obtain a statement from him is for the fact that the information that we need from the mobile unit, we cannot get that. So, Commissioner.
I think the has been sent to the police, and I think he's supposed to. I think the commissioner was sitting tomorrow. I think he could be done area of the yes.
Chair. Okay, but my first application, I want that to start, that is to say, let the IGP serve this committee with the registrations of all vehicles and tractors under former president's name. If the commissioner have it, he can always give it to the IGP. You know,
It is not supposed to use the highest cost.
yes, okay. Yeah, just all that I need is the registration numbers and the license list. Oh? Yes. Also, I think it will be important to engage the insurance companies because I'm not too sure if these vehicles will be plying our roads without an insurance, nor the tractors. I am applying that the committee engage with the insurance companies for we to be served with any vehicle that was owned by the former president or a tractor or his close associates that were seized by the Jammeh Commission. A very final one and a very quick one, the G-Wagon. Do you know the number of G-Wagons?
Honorable, that is not my question.
You sold these things deeper. You understand that.
Wallahi.
Everything,
Na matika tema lo muntika mugini kama.
everything.
Matema ko dura mo polo.
In the middle.
Okay, ask.
Anyway, I think we will leave that for other witnesses. But the fact of the matter is, it was going to be very, very important to know from your end,
Okay.
specifically, how much was that G-Wagon sold? We know about the reserve price, but we cannot tell in specific terms how much was this specific G-Wagon school.
Okay, I can. I don't know if I can. I don't. I was gonna say you can check the receipt, but I don't think the receipt will separate them either.
They put them together just to kind of rub mud on our faces. Sorry
Honorable.
for my language, but it's the hard part. I shouldn't be asking you these questions, Patu. I should look into the books, find the records. Am I wrong or right?
Yeah, but like it's there. The only
It's
thing.
not there, Patu. It's not there.
Okay.
With all due
Because
respect.
it's lumped up.
Imagine G-Wagon, which is an armored car. We're talking an armored car. G-Wagon.
Honorable. Honorable.
Mhm.
Did you see anybody? Me, I can't even remember. Maybe because I'm not a car like person, but I don't know. I'm trying to think how you can get the information that you need.
Please, now what we will do, research,
Okay.
whatever you are privileged to lay hands on in terms of record, kindly share with the committee. And thank you so very much for your time.
Thank you so much, Honorable.
No, na po kahit ipante, kanon doon di dyan. Ha?
It's breaking. Okay, it was breaking.
You can hear me now.
Yes.
Something we have before we. So thank you so very much for being with us.
Sorry, I can't hear. Honorable, you are muting.
Ngabon.
I Sorry, I can't hear. I don't know if you are muted. Are you muted?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
I am here with you. Okay, good. So because we are closing now, so I just wanted to thank you for being with us. Of course, in the time, you've been helpful as well, even though it's been a long day for you. So we just wanted to say thank you. We'll be closing for today and allow you to go on your businesses. But of course, when we need you again, the investigators will reach out to you for more clarification or more information as well. So just to remind you, I know you've taken note of the issues that we requested from you,
Okay.
and we need to provide them. Let's say, can we have them from you on Tuesday, latest?
Tuesday. Today is Wednesday.
Today is Wednesday, giving you almost 5 days.
As to the names, I can even provide that after today. The other thing is for the statements, I'll have to contact and write. So I don't know. I will try my best to meet your deadline, Honorable Chair. But I have to write to them to request. I don't know how they want me to sign, but I'll do my best. By Monday, if I know they got dragging it, I'll reach out to my contacts to let you know the problem.
So please just try. We will stick to Tuesday, and in the event that you are not able to, please get in touch with us and let us know what are the obstacles so that we take another decision. Okay, but make sure by Tuesday we can have those documents from you, please. Huh? You try your best, please.
Yeah, that's the only thing I have, and the names, the full name which I will give, but the first one, which is the release of sale, like I told council, he want me to write if I'm not able to get, which I will also provide. I'll make sure I do that before Tuesday.
All right, thank you so very much. You are released now.
Thank you so much.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, we are adjourning today. Continue tomorrow for
Okay.
Another witness, thank you.